There is a status reserved for a select few throughout history. For those remembered for more than just a name, it's a title even kings die in vain for.
Out of the dust, a legend is born. Born for the game, born for the throne.
Time gives us all one simple choice. You can be forgotten or become immortal.
Unstoppable killing machines. That is your MVP.
Let's go.
Benjamin Bats lighting him up right now. King Cammy keeps Ultra in it. Unbelievable from Ultra.
I'm legendary.
He just cannot be stopped. Oh! Atlanta phase 3-0. They're going to the grand finals.
To be remembered is not enough, because anything less than legendary is failure.
Toronto Ultra, the Kings of the North, they've got their throne, and now they've got a shot at taking the crown.
I'm taking the crown. That's why I came. I was born ready. I'm legendary.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time is now. It's Championship Sunday, baby, and you know what that means. We got to crown ourselves a winner for the Call of Duty League. I'm your host, Golden Boy, and it has been a pleasure to be with each and every one of you throughout the weekend. Give yourselves a round of applause. Incredible stuff. But the good news is we have two incredible teams that are about to take the stage here. And let's go ahead and introduce your first squad. It has been a long and crazy road for this squad. It is the Toronto Ultra.
Legendary.
No beaches, THC till we make it proper. Kim in this to be the best and feed the
10 seconds left, nades are up and about. Bams gets the kill, what the Cammy, he's able to play his life. From Toronto, all 5 in a row. Why is Cleveland still alive? Why has no one killed it? Inside now to save the day. There it is. The trap's still set for the kill box. They can't get out right now. They go to the other side. Inside there with an easy 6.
To be the best and feed the rest. Cause need a little bit of knowledge. All of we need the flesh, I need the flesh.
First up, making his way to the stage, the tissue with the issue. It's Kleenex.
Dust. A legend is born. Born for the game. Born for the throne. Up from the ground.
This rookie has taken the league by storm. Welcome inside. When he's on fire, he's unstoppable. It's
I came to reign, know the name, nothing can stop me, I can't be contained, I was born ready, I'm legendary.
Some say he's the greatest European player of all time. It's Benjamin Bats! And of course, coached by the legendary Marky B.
I came to rule, I came to play, out of the rubble.
Give it up one more time for the Toronto Ultra!
This is my legacy, I'm made for this shit. This is my moment, I was born for this shit. I make it rumble when I show my grit. I ain't the rock, I ain't the real.
And now it's time to bring out your next team. For many, they are considered the uncrowned kings of the Call of Duty League. This is the Atlanta phase.
And it's done.
Arsenal, he has a family, my friend.
Coming in hot with a 1.47 KD during the playoffs. It's brought in to be the team leader and has led his team right back to another championship Sunday. It is one half of the Tiny Terrors and one of the most aggressive players in the league. It's and the other half of the Tiny Terrors, your 2021 regular season MVP. It's and coached by the legendary Crowder as well, it is the Atlanta FaZe. Here we go, folks. At the start of this weekend, I asked you a very simple question. I asked, are you ready? Are you? Oh, I think we can do it just a little bit better. And I'm gonna ask again. I said, are you ready? The Call of Duty League Championship match starts right now.
Legendary.
Incredible as always, Alex. It is time to get started. But Joe, I don't want to ignore the elephant in the room. One team destroyed to get here, annihilated the competition, did not drop a map. The other has survived. It has been a gauntlet, game 5 after game 5. It's been very different roads to get here.
No, it has. I mean, Atlanta FaZe, they made a statement. That was the goal after Major 5. They were upset. They were disappointed. And, well, maybe it was the time at that moment for them to lose because they have just been different throughout this weekend. But for Toronto Ultra, they are doing what Ultra has done all year long. They are clutching up when they needed to, surviving off control and search and destroy. They've only beaten them one time, but it was a best-of-9. It was the Stage 2 final. They are confident going up against Atlanta FaZe.
This format's how they did it. We'll see if they can do it again, but let's get into our game fuel keys to victory. We're going to kick it off with Atlanta FaZe. Joe, talk to me about what these guys are going to need to do. They're going to get the W.
Well, Atlanta FaZe, you got to stay strong in the hard points, right? 11-3 versus Ultra this season, 7-0 on Garrison in Moscow. We're going to see Moscow right in game number 1. Abizi, I want to see him step up today and search and destroy. He's got a .8. It hasn't really mattered. I mean, they've only played 2 games. But across 7 maps versus Ultra, he has a 1.74 in their wins. And then keep control of that control, right? You are the #1 team all year long. But in that Stage 2 final, they lost them both.
The control going to be huge. You've made a point of that all year. Who's won the events is who's been great in control. It has been standing out time and time again. But let's look at the other side of it. MVP on your screen, but he's got his work cut out for him today. The game fuel keys to victory for Toronto Ultra. Joe, take me through it.
Well, Control and SD is their way of putting pressure on FaZe. 4-1 in those majors during that Major 2 final. 8-3 here at this tournament. And Bance, he's got to find form early. Look at his stats versus FaZe this year when they are winning. Absolutely ridiculous. You are looking at that player to step on up. And then communication from the get-go. We know they are very calm, cool, and a collected squad, but it has to be on point. Toronto Ultra, their teamwork, the best in the game, and it's due to that communication.
And you see Bance, you talk about calm, cool, collected. You've heard him talk about how he found that confidence again, how he's turned it around this year. And you also saw in the video leading into this, like how painful it was. That loss at Champs years and years ago, to look back to Black Ops 3, how close he was. He could taste it, fell a little bit short. He doesn't want that to happen again here, but unfortunately for him, he's going up against the final bosses. Since the inaugural season of the CDL last year, if there is a grand final, more than likely, Atlanta FaZe are there.
They've been there so many different times. In the arena, Galen Center is fired up, Maeve.
Just give me a long one. Give me 8, 9 maps, a battle between these two teams, the top 2 all year. USA, Europe. I want the chance to get going. Canada, yeah, no, I know it's ultra, but like, as Miles said, like, is it gonna be the first time like European player ring on their finger? We'll have to wait and see. But map 1, getting ready to go, make some noise. FaZe Ultra, the battle begins. Who will strike early? Who will strike often? We kick it off with the hard point. And Joe, between these two teams, when you talk hard point, where's the big edge been?
Well, it's been Moscow and Garrison, right? 7-0 here between these two teams for Atlanta FaZe versus Ultra. But in the last stage, I mean, Atlanta FaZe, they lose a couple of those in a row. And well, Kleenex and Cammy with that third sub, rocketed on the break, and the MVP candidate finds 3 right from the get-go.
Yeah, Cammy has been on one. Maybe some slow starts, but those turn into bombs very, very quickly. It's like a switch, a lightning strike sometimes for Cammy. And you're gonna need every bit of that here.
He's gonna make another play. He's going on a flank right now through gold.
Surprise!
He's gonna line him up, be able to find one. Now just trying to play his life, but Abizi and Celium are there. Well, they're gonna find that time, and now with 2 kills from Abizi, they're gonna start to get aggressive. You're gonna see the way Ultra are playing. They're gonna spawn on that right side of your minimap. That's where that second hill is going. And well, they're just gonna try and slow down here and get to that setup.
What's good job by his teammates staying alive during that? How many times have we seen that player pinch, the teammates drop, suddenly you're spawning out. They play it safe, Cammy spawns safe, and now it's gonna be on FaZe to try and get that break. 3 in a row. They've got 3 pushing from the bottom. That'll be Celium trying to hit from the top, but so far, King Cammy is on one. 7-1, 3 in a row, lighten up the score feed. Now for these two teams, is there someone you think it's more important to get early map wins?
I would say, I think Toronto Ultra, right, to get them going. But Atlanta FaZe, we saw what happened in stage 2. I think it's key here for Toronto Ultra because you would be stealing one of their strongest maps away.
Okay. We'll see if they can do it. So far, so good as you're beginning to build out a bit of a lead and under 30 seconds left to work this hard point. But Benjamin Vance on the pounce, but RCD's ready and waiting. The trades are clean and quick, though, for Toronto Ultra. Now they start to back it up. Abizi still trying to play the cutoff man. He's doing a great job of that. And those are big kills just to keep them spawning deep, allow you guys to get set up at third. Is now they'll look to pounce back, maybe look for a lead change.
And I just got to give props. I don't know who made the decision, but in terms of running a third sub, it doesn't matter the map. Moscow, Raid, Cammy, he has been a difference maker, doing it early on, but we head over to P3. A nice early setup in RCD's. You know, you'd be able to find those kills. Celium behind him, the AR is locking things down as Abizi having a great start here, double positive.
And just able to get back. Hit down to 50, but still up. Through on the pinch is going to be Simp. Surprise. He's pouncing, able to take down. He actually gets the third. I didn't even think he shot, but that'll be a triple. And the other half of the Tiny Terrace finds the 4th as all of Ultra sent back to spawn. The lead change. Waiting in the wind now for FaZe to go out in front as they strike back at third and now focus on the bottom side of the minimap, and Celium's POV is the battle for the street and bus side control goes on. Vance is the first one flying in for the fight.
Now watch number 3 though. RC's is making a play by Bus. Abizi is setting up a long pinch right now. He's all the way through. Celium's got to stay alive bank side. It is on Abizi right now to make the play. Is what you're going to see where Toronto Ultra spawns out. Number 7 all the way across towards P2. This is exactly what Abizi wanted to do. Now he's waiting for his teammates. Here comes the collapse.
You've lost the lead. You're spawning out. You're trying to bring it back. Let's go to a listen-in with Toronto Ultra.
Push out mid, I'll pop. Yeah, I'll ride down the gold. Close, one shot. Nice. Go into that. I'm blocking, you can go P1, Heard you. Go, get into window, someone. Yep. I'm blocking deep. I'm just, no one's go, camp. No one's go, camp. Let's go.
There's 2 no, they're right.
I'll pitch him.
103, Jerry. 3, 1 He's gonna die today.
I'm trying, I'm weak in time. Great push me, yeah?
Gold.
Go, Dougie.
Gonna be Dougie.
Sell down
on
the
street.
street.
There's one in P3.
Okay, yeah. He's jumped up gold. Weak. Abizi. He's gone on gold. It's fine, choked. Yeah, you're fine. Is it one's in gold, yeah?
Is it gold, yeah?
I'm going to, yeah. Pillar and go. Pillar challenge now. Can you get left? He's in there.
I can. It's close there. One right. Go. Left side, behind the pillar. He's premium left.
I'm watching. Alec weak as fuck. Sell. Alex close to the thing. I said, okay, I'm run back then. Go window then. Let's go, challenge. Easy, one shot, Jimmy. Absolute go like that. Absolute behind that pillar, okay? Pinch here. Go.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Wait up.
Keep up. Shoot there for me. Yeah, okay. It's close. Sim split. Yeah, fuck, I've been there. Ben, I'm one shot, bro. Okay, right, push. Sim's looking at me, I'm break. Yeah, no, it's fine. You push me on the right, BC on the top, BC on the top. Hey, hear me, Jamie. That's one street, nice. When you go nice one in.
30 seconds. Yeah, they will.
Too close here. He's challenged me. It's fine. He's gone back to time. Sounds on time. Ali power. Nice. You good? Nice one in. Listen, I'm holding mine. I'm holding mine. What are you guys doing?
On the plaque.
Sal, we can go two on the easy. Nice. Sal's on the left. Sal's on the left. Sal left side time. I'm new. Sal left side time. Oh my fuck, nice. Left side time. That's holding. I love it. Yeah. I can watch fun, okay?
Right side time.
Did you?
Right side.
Nice. Where you go, Timmy?
Someone apartment. I can help Jamie.
I'll street, one's old. I can get a time here if you want. Yeah, you have to. Watch the street.
Joe, your big X factor here was Vance. He is playing great. The comms are on point. I love the simple stuff like, what are you guys doing? Like, he came off spawn, like, just feed me info, keep the comms up.
Yeah, I mean, you just very calm communication. What we've heard from Toronto Ultra all year long, just discipline, the teamwork on point. They're in a strong position here at P2. And once again, it's on Atlanta FaZe to try and have to break this Cell and Simp. Pretty slow map #1 here so far, but that's just due to plays from Cammy and Bance. Again, this is just what makes Toronto Ultra so tough to beat. And they get a map #1 win here, a map that Atlanta FaZe picked, huge for the Ultra side.
Could be absolutely massive, now 100 points away from doing just that. Coming in and shocking Mini and maybe flipping the early part of this series on its head, but now to the other side we go. This is where FaZe battled back, answered back the first time through, but it's not going to be as clean. Abizi doesn't have that same double he had the first time through to alleviate the pressure. You've got one spawning all the way out in Celium. There's a fight around the point. Now the pressure coming to Simp, and the MVP nearly triple negative. You do not see this often, but he is struggling to get going early. That's 5 in a row from Bance, maybe chaining 2 to 3 and running away with this map 1.
Yeah, now you have what, Bance on a 5 spree right now, just trying to find number 6. He's gonna have another one-on-one, but RC's just playing that late pinch. But beautifully done on rotation from Toronto Ultra. The teamwork out of Cammy and Bance, able to break on through, and as you said, you don't see it often, but they're taking advantage of it. Abizi, though, trying to do what he does. He's finding the entries, he finds a multi-kill. Can he find number 3? Nope, Arcades has his back, a huge break when they needed it most.
100%, you don't get that break. This game is really getting away from you, but now, maybe the MVP comes alive. Still a lot of work to do, but at least a lovely double there to begin to get hyped about. But you can see the white arrows on the minimap starting to fan out street side and get ready for this bus side hold. Cammy, Kleenex, chaining them together.
Well, and I think the big difference in this map so far is P2 and then the first bus hill, right? I mean, Abizi goes on that long flank right as we got into the listen, and they don't allow that pinch to happen. The Atlanta FaZe breaks that we normally see a good amount just aren't happening. So huge props to Toronto Ultra, but can they hold on? It'll be 3 dead. It's gonna come down to a one-on-one. It's Abizi versus Kleenex. The close spawns, though, from Bank for Toronto Ultra. Abizi just waiting for his reinforcements, for his ARs to look over him, but there's just so much to deal with.
You can see how much that close spawn matters. How much faster the reinforcements came in from the one side as Insight takes down 2. The Prigs line it up. The beams on point, and your Rookie of the Year is just shredding right now at 18 and 11, looking to get over that 200-point mark now.
And look what Toronto Ultra is doing. They're getting aggressive. They're trying to flip the spawns for P1 and P2. That's where they've been so good throughout this map. Bance on top of things, 21 and 12. He is so strong versus Atlanta FaZe, bringing it here in map 1 as they're going to get set up. And again, just out-rotating Atlanta FaZe, putting them in a position where they have to break.
Looking to put the pressure on them early in this best of 9. The kill feed continues to light up for Ultra. Now, if you're FaZe, you need to contest, you need to flip, you need to do it all. If you're Ultra, just hold on, close it out as Benjamin Bance continues to light it up. Now 5 in a row at 23 and 12. And that's a Krig on the other side of it. He does not care. Smokes Arcades, now just 20 points away from a map 1 dub.
And you can see what his presence has done. 7 and 22 from our MVP of the year. Finally up to 8, but Toronto Ultra 12 seconds away from winning map 1 here on Championship Sunday.
You've gotten into the point, at least if you are FaZe. You got to hold here and get the flip. Are you able to push through? It's got to be perfect from this point. 5 HP per Simp, but he does take the gunfight. If he would end at 9, I couldn't tell you the last time I saw him on single digits outside of an S&D.
There he'll get to 10, but this is going to be the big moment where they need the break. Advance and Kleenex, of course, it's them again. Looking to hold on. Now the pinch going to be coming through. It's Cammy coming through the backside of it. Kleenex and Vance get it done. 13 points needed for Ultra. The last remaining phase player close will be Arcides. They're going to have a chance to break through. I think Arcides is leaked on in. He might be able to find a kill or two behind enemy lines. Abizi comes soaring in. They hold on to it. And Ultra cap off a magnificent map 1.
And again, right there towards the end, another opportunity for Atlanta FaZe to break. Simp gets a close spawn, but Kleenex, bottom police, able to win the one-on-one. If Simp wins that one, he gets going, and what a win. What, you look at the stage 2 final. They went 1-2 in hardpoint, but they won this series 5-3. It was one hardpoint. That was the difference maker, and they already have that here in our first map.
An impressive, an incredible win in this best of 9 for Ultra as we take a look at the stats. Look at Vance with the double positive. What was really standing out for you, though?
Look at P2. Just look at P2. The time difference. You have over 2 minutes for Toronto Ultra. 0 out of Atlanta FaZe.
Well, I guess I want to hear from you. Obviously, Ultra were on point. Vance playing out of his mind, but surely you don't get many maps like that out of Simp going forward.
I mean, you would think so, but I mean, this is what Toronto Ultra does. They have made them frustrated in the past, but yeah, you would think Simp gonna wake up soon.
If you wanted a long and extended series, that is exactly what you wanted to see early. An Ultra win on a pick coming in from FaZe. And typically when we talk about it, where your edge comes in the best of 9, when you don't have a bracket reset, the edge really is in the vetoes early for FaZe. That's where they can get the advantage. But that advantage now, all but a distant memory as Ultra take over. They're up 1-0. 4 more maps for them to secure the title. We continue
Legendary.
on in this lengthy and incredible championship Sunday. Do not go anywhere.
Yeah, you know, I'm legendary. You know.
Mountain Dew Game Fuel is the official beverage of the CDL. Buy now at gamefuel.com/CDL.
Legendary.
Been talking a bit about why that was such a big map win for Ultra. The map 2 kind of describes that as well, because Joe, we're going to be going to Express Search and Destroy, and talk to me about it for Ultra.
Well, Ultra 10-2 on the year on Express. On the other side for Atlanta FaZe, 6-8. Now it's a map that they've tried to work on for a long time. Just hasn't really worked out too well, right? And for Toronto Ultra, you've already played it a couple of times here in a couple of Game 5s. You've clutched on up. Now there is some VOD to review if you're Atlanta FaZe, but Ultra right now, you got everything you wanted to start this series.
Well, I feel like it's always talked about in major sports, like what's better when you're getting to a final. Like the survive type thing, where you're playing a lot of deep series, you're playing a lot of maps, you're learning a lot about yourselves, or when you just sort of breeze on through. And sports is talked about a lot, but like there's that physical fatigue side of it a little bit more than we have to deal with here. You feel like you got to feel good about Ultra from that, right? Like you just got so many reps.
Yeah, a lot of reps, right? And you're just pushed to the brink. Where Atlanta FaZe, they've just been handling business, but now they got to turn up. I mean, you can see what all of these players have done. At least you see a little laugh there from Alec from Arcitys. But a huge map here, because an opportunity for Toronto Ultra and their Search and Destroy map pick to go up 2-0. And then we have back-to-back raids, right? Raid Hardpoint, Raid Control. I mean, that is Ultra. They've been there all year.
Yeah, but I think the same would be said for FaZe. If you're going to pick your top 2 raid teams in general, these would be
it's the top 2 teams in the world.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. The fist bumps are out. The boys trying to get fired up as FaZe look to bring it back. After Ultra, what a just incredible map 1. I mean, the rotations were on point. The teamwork we talk about always was so good. Bance seemed to be one step ahead of the competition, but there's the stat you just mentioned. 10-2 for Ultra. They are so good here. And, I saw JP tweeting about it, and various people in the Call of Duty community, but it's so fun to watch Ultra and Search because their mid-game decisions are so good, but not just so good, they are so decisive and quick. They got more of that here.
Well, they trust one another. That's really it. Whoever is making those calls, whether it's really each individual, if they see something, they go for it. But when you talk about Express Search and Destroy, it's typically around those retake scenarios. We saw so many yesterday between Toronto and Dallas Empire, and well, Toronto came out on top.
No trophies early. Tacticals out, just playing for information as well, obviously. Their presence towards A, but we'll zoom out the map for a second to watch the action go down. The bomb getting planted here at B, so you talked about the retakes. This will be one right off the break. 4-on-4 retake. Let's see how FaZe look to work this.
Yeah, I mean, right from the get-go, right? It's 3 players playing very slow towards B. Cammy throwing out a couple of nades, letting them know there's some presence towards A. With no trophies in, but here we go. Someone trying to find the first blood. 7.5 seconds to defuse. Cammy's kind of lurking inside the catwalk stairs. Watch number 6 on the map. He might be able to make the play, but can he get there in time? They're just suffocating them down low, and just like that, it's a 1v4 for Cammy. What can he do?
They're on it, about halfway to it. Cammy, a prayer, a dream, anything, not gonna happen. They stick it instantly. What a collapse, pinch, and unraveling of the Ultra defense it was. Beautifully done.
And we've seen a lot of that throughout this year, right? If one player is going to try to make a play through catwalk, flanking through middle, it's about can the lower 3 survive? Can they try to just, trade effectively, making it into a 1v2, a 1v1 where time is on their side? Just doesn't happen. A flawless round there for Atlanta FaZe.
Yeah, it feels like rarely are the retakes that clean, right? Where you're not losing anybody. Was curious who the crowd was going to be behind today. You have the underdog story with Ultra, you have the final bosses as it's been the past couple of years in FaZe, but you hear the FaZe chants starting to get going. Now what can they work? On the offensive side of it, you've got one lurking. Help there through ticket, but Avizi is going to be able to hit the shots. The first blood king is there, and the bait beautifully for Celium to pick it up. Stepped in through on the trade instantly, and suddenly we've seen him so many times this weekend.
Inside by himself.
It's inside by himself, yes.
Bomb gets planted, now left in a 1v3. A lot to work. They're just going to double chow. I mean, the nade hits, and they're like, yeah, we're not going to let him run away, try to work some angles. But who is it? It's Avizi with the first blood. Want to see him have a better search and destroy date here, and well, so far, a nice round as he finds that early kill. Cell watching his back, and then Simp. He loves to lurk around the middle of the map, set up the late flames, and he does just that.
Yeah, I think when we've seen them really vulnerable and struggling, the respawns have always, well, the hardpoint's always been a little hit or miss for FaZe at times this year, but It's a search where you can tell, right? When they're throwing away stupid first bloods and not playing as a unit. So far, it seems all right, but we're 2 rounds in.
Well, these are when these adjustments come in from Ultra, right? This is where they've been so good. What are they going to do? It's going to be a slow hit towards A. Kleenex is going to be up top. So you can just see the way that Cammy and Inside are playing, just waiting for the flank, but Abizi getting aggressive. Lower locker side. Another first blood for Abizi. Gonna try to finesse play his life. He's getting chased by Kleenex, and well wins the next one. Give them all 2. Can he find the 3rd? Nope, Celium's got it though, and now it's down to Cammy, and Abizi is there. Finds the 3rd kill in the round, gets the openings. Abizi doing what he wants.
Yeah, I mean, a simple one MVP. Abizi very well could have had it. He might be the single most influential player we've ever talked about in Search and Destroy. What he's able to do early round, mid round, late round, he is a tear.
I mean, you flip a coin, right? I had a vote in for me. Number 1 was Abizi. Number 2 was Simp. It's just depending on who you asked. But I just feel like he has had such a big impact for them. The role he plays, not an easy one.
3-0 early for FaZe. They look to answer back from the game 1 loss, but Abizi at 4-1. He'll carry that 3-0 row into the next round. And Celium just trying to spot for some information. He's going to get out, but Abizi again, back-to-back rounds with the first blood. This time traded out far more efficiently by Ultra. Celium might get caught. He is not the easiest kill ever. Why won't he die?
It's his movement, but we're into a 2-on-2. Kleenex is there to get that trade on a Sim. So you have what? Cammy and Kleenex going up against 2 Krags and Celium and Arcides. Have the bomb, 50 seconds to work with. Obviously, Kleenex and Cammy, they want to play this very close quarters in their positions. Arcides does find a 74U on the ground to mess with, and that is a read. As well, the nade is going to connect. Well, I don't know if it connected, but Cammy had to slide on out.
Well, that did. The tackle connected, and Cammy's going to send it behind it. Now to a 1 versus 1. Kleenex, Celium, 30 seconds to go. The peek, the tags, that'll back him up for now. All right, he's got time to reposition here, but what does Celium opt to do with the bomb? He's taking it mid, he's going to get spotted, and what a clutch it is for Kleenex and Ultra. That is a round they so desperately needed.
And that's what can be so tough with Express, right? With the way that middle of the street is, the way train tracks are, the catwalk stairs, there's a lot of different angles, a lot of different routes that you can take that mess with the timings. Kleenex, he just backs all the way up towards that offensive spawn, wraps back on through Cell, just trying to get across towards A. And while Kleenex with an ace in that round, as he's able to find all 4, gets Ultra on the board.
Unbelievable from Kleenex. Now can he work towards some streaks? Look at number 7 now and inside. He should be able to spot 1. Nice shots. He gets ripped down to 32, but he's able to take the 1-on-1 versus Sim. Abizi though,
look at that.
He wants a trade. He wants a trade for the Tiny Terror duo, but inside he's just flying.
He's buying so much time.
I'm trying to catch him, but he's gone across the map, boys. I don't know where he went. Now to Kleenex's POV, little dance, little shoulder, takes the gunfight up to 5 in a row now.
Abizi's still chasing him.
Abizi's been chasing forever. Finally, he's able to take out Cammy, but now it's Abizi last alive. So many to work with. The defuse to work as well. Not going to happen. Back-to-back rounds for Ultra. Abizi just took he's smiling, because he just took a tour of Express.
He was chasing him forever, and well, inside, just a great play, very decisive. He knows as soon as he finds Simp that the pressure probably going to be on him, and it was. Well, he gets out of there, he buys his team so much time. Kleenex able to win another 1-on-1. He's now up to 6 in a row, 1 away from that artillery.
It was all FaZe through the first 3. But Kleenex and Ultra bringing it back. Can he get that streak as he'll be playing?
Abizi gets all the way through middle again. In a position to win it, but it's inside again!
And those are the ones that Abizi wins time and time again. Not this time, not on Insight's watch.
His timings on the flanks, on the routes are so good. What he does on catwalk stairs on offense, a play like that on defense, not many ready for that fight.
Now can he get the retake and can he get the streak on the Kleenex? They are stacking up though! Kleenex with a massive trade, and that should be the artillery for him as he will stay up. 7 in a row.
He can ping for the location if he wants to. He can ping for it. 20 seconds to go. Just a question of, is that what he's going to do? But he's just going to spot him, but Cell, so clutch. A great search and destroy player into a one-on-one. He's just going to finesse his life. The pistol, does he buy enough time? Can he get there?
I don't think he got it. I don't think he got it.
Close.
I don't think he got it.
He might have. He might have it. I don't know.
Oh!
Buys enough time.
Oh my God!
Woo! Shit!
Yeah, that was 7.4 if I've ever seen it. Look at this. 0.1. Oh,
yeah, it was 7.4.
Ah! Oh, that's a round.
Well, and there you're just hoping that Kleenex doesn't get taken down, right? He's jumping in that spot, playing for info. Cell beams him. You still have the artillery to work with, though.
Oh, that one got the heart beating. 4-2, now to phase. Kleenex with the ping. He's going to take some bullets after that ping. RC's trying to lurk up. Maybe able to catch him. Bance able to tuck away in a corner. Cammy and Kleenex able to help. Some witchcraft there from Bance. And Kleenex right back to the heater. Selling him now. It's a 1v4. He's been able to take down one. 30 seconds to go. And Kleenex does not care. The man is dominating.
Well, in these rounds that Toronto Ultra are winning, right, it's still a BZ getting very active in the middle of the map somewhere, but they are limiting him. He is not turning those into first bloods. And then RCs can't finish that kill, the ping. They have all the information of the positioning of Atlanta FaZe. They still hang on the artillery. Still down a round.
RC's like, I got one. I'm gonna get him.
He got the door.
10 for Kleenex already, and back to 3 in a row. I believe just the ping use is still the streak to use, and Celium is like, okay, well, that didn't rip down to half HP. I'll get out. Abizi look at the first blood, this time gonna get it, and he takes the hot hand and Kleenex out of the mix. Semp through on the kill feed as well. Early 4v2 for FaZe. Cammy, though, he's able to get 2, brings it back. Now Cammy left all alone. 1 versus 2, and now you've got a ton of time here. This is those really interesting scenarios where it's like, where is he going to pop, Joe?
Yeah, you know, you just don't want to get caught on the bomb, right? Because you're giving him 2 1v1s. They're going to line up. If he has a crit, that's 2 kills. He gets him so weak. He chows, but Cell with the crit the advantage. Confident play out of Cell to take that gunfight. I don't know how weak he was. Had to be right around half, but Cammy able to line them up, and it is a close one.
Well, yeah, I mean, the first couple tags he got in was on a
Cell. Yeah, on a Cell. I didn't think Cell was going to repeat.
Neither did I.
But
Cell, look at him. He's like, I don't care. I'm challenged. Cammy nearly with the play and clutch of the tournament. That would have been for the ace. But it's 1 more round for FaZe now to tie us up at 1-1 in this best of 9. Abizi has been a first blood tank throughout the course of this. Not this time, Bance with the shoulder, the shuffle, and the drop.
Yeah, I say it's either getting first blood or getting first blooded, right? I mean, that's really it. Where he's trying to find a kill, they're ready for it. And while Kleenex able to find number 11 bomb being planted, Cell is going to make this into a 2-on-3. RC's and Cell in tough positions with the craze. You're going to have to go towards lockers to deal with the 74 U's, and while Kleenex in that position, mantling on up.
Just beautiful from Kleenex, just making sure he can get out, right?
And he's just spotting this. Do not get taken down. Just gonna back on up, and now it's Cammy's turn, but did Cell spot him? It looks like he did.
Not gonna matter much, though. All onto RC's now, 36 HP and a Dream Ultra. What they have done all weekend, all year, staying alive.
Yep, grinding this one out. Just a great start from Atlanta FaZe. But bouncing back, reading the map is Toronto Ultra, and it's all about this bomb site. This is where they just have gone and been so successful. For Atlanta FaZe, it's been B, right? It's either low B, they're hitting it towards catwalk stairs, they're taking control of ticket booth. We'll see what Ultra does defensively to try and switch that up.
It'll be Cell spotting towards B again.
Dude, it's like the same number. It's hit to like 89, and he is out of there.
In what? You still have the artillery, right? So what might happen is Kleenex might just blind put this in, and he is. He activates it. They have the timing in. Is he going to find a kill? The bomb's going to be planted. Does it connect with one? Oh, it does. He finds the first blood on Arcity.
Wait. He was all the way to the deep corner. I thought he got out.
It's a big bomb.
It is. I guess it's a bomb. You're right, Joe. Arcity's dropped. 4v3 for Ultra. Under 30 to go. Simps POV mid-map. Looking to rebound for the map one. Not going to happen. It's Kleenex again. Dropping a bomb here. Trying to get it to the round 11. And they will. Plenty of time for the defuse. 13 and 5 out of my man Kleenex.
Well, you got 13 out of Kleenex. 11, I think, out of Cammy right now. Well, they get us to that round 11. And yeah, I mean, Simps trying to make a play through mid-tracks, but I think they hear him. As soon as he drops towards mid-tracks, someone turns around inside of that cart. Well, he's able to take him down. Simp was the playmaker there. They were just trying to wait for him, and they read that one perfectly.
Round 11 time. It's Championship Sunday, and we deserve this one. Here we go. Offense for FaZe. This has been all Kleenex and Cammy on one side, but Cammy may be in trouble. Able to stay up and back him up. A nade to greet him, though. Hit down to 50.
I think that was a teammate nade.
He's got some teammate support, though. Abizi going to check it again for a second, but he will get out. Nobody wants to get caught or drop, but now Simp just lurking towards mid. How good has Insight been at reading this? And yeah, you spot him. You know who it is. That's not a fun fight to take. Cammy investigating the inside of this train.
Yeah, while Simps just trying to find a late flank, maybe. That's going to be Bance, going to be in that lower elevator, just waiting on that. Simp very disciplined. It's Cammy on one side right now. Can Cammy find the opening? It's going to be Abizi, finds the first blood. Here comes Kleenex. 13 kills on the round. Bance is able to find Simp, going for that late flank.
You got to be careful here if you're Abizi. You can get double chowed. That's what, 5 or 6 first bloods. 3v3. Bomb planted. Kleenex has been the hero. Can he do it once again?
He spotted him. He knows where both players are.
Abizi, though, again, taking over within this round. Bance, though, brings it back. 2v2, 25 to go. Celium puts it all onto Bance now. 1v2. Abizi will end it. It's 3 in the round as the S&D God takes over.
And Simp getting hyped. This is what we've seen. It's been a different Atlanta FaZe, a different energy on the stage. And they needed that one. And who is it? It's Abizi who shuts down round 11, finds the first blood, gets the bomb planted. A huge round from Abizi, and he goes big for his team.
Simp is fired up. You gotta love to see it. Talking his trash, having some fun, and it's gotta feel good. I mean, he got bodied in map 1. He got absolutely bodied, but they bring it back in the search. And Abizi, I mean, that was 6 out of 11 rounds of the first blood? 5 or 6?
5 or 6, yeah.
And then he got first blooded before the other ones.
Yeah, like 5 with 12. I mean, Cell has 10, a big game from Hid. On the other side, it's Kleenex and Cammy.
Oh, unbelievable. Let's watch Abizi's play again. This is earlier in the game when he was able to work the Ultra squad for 3. Just unbelievable. It's a thrilling search and destroy. Watching some of the amazing moments in this one. Yeah, it is 7.4 if I've ever seen it.
And again, just props to Toronto Ultra. With their mid-round adjustments, it was such early momentum from Atlanta FaZe with what Abizi was doing. They made the adjustments, they limited him, and well, they found the first blood on him a good amount of times, but in round 11, it's all Abizi.
Unbelievable. I mean, this is what we want. Tied up 1-1, looking to go the distance. It has been impressive thus far, but reminder, it's a best of 9. We've got a long ways to go, but we got a special moment for you now. A sneak peek for something Call of Duty related. Let's toss it down to Miles.
Thank you very much, Clint. Wow, what a match already, friends. Well, we're going to take a tiny pause, a little one. Now, we know that it's champs. That means that this game is coming to a close. But when one Call of Duty ends, another one begins. Now, today, we have a very short and very beautiful sneak peek, Call of Duty Vanguard.
The whole world is burning. Sometimes The only way to put out the flames is with more fire.
For this.
This is the theatre of war, Arthur. There's no curtain call for bravery.
Bravery's what comes after, not what you were in the moment. Whatever we do it together.
Pre-order now and get early access to the open beta. Digital pre-orders get instant access to the Night Raid, Mastercraft, and Black Ops, Cold War, and Warzone.
Wow. I mean, I've watched that reveal trailer about 500 times now. I had my wife translate all the Russian Cyrillic for me. I think I know what's going on, but I've got someone who certainly will know. A couple of answers for us here. I'm joined by Greg Reisdorf, again, the creative director for multiplayer at Sledgehammer Games. Greg, thank you so much for joining us. What a trailer. What can you tell us about the Call of Duty Vanguard reveal so far?
Oh, thanks for having me. That is the Call of Duty Vanguard reveal. It is so amazing to actually have that in the wild now where people can see it and people enjoy it. The team's worked so hard on that. And it's just amazing to have it. So that is the birth of Special Forces right there. So Call of Duty Vanguard MP is about playing those Special Forces operators. And what that means to us is a focus on the core in multiplayer. So that is that down the barrel experience, immersing players in those environments. And speaking of environments, there's a lot of them. We have 20 maps day one, 16 of them are supporting 6v6. It's an awesome experience across all of the environments within World War II. So that's the Western Front, the Eastern Front, Pacific, as well as North Africa in there. So there's a huge variety.
It looks fantastic, man. I can't wait. Now, I heard you mention multiplayer there, and I'm glad you brought it up. Now, I love a campaign as much as the next guy, but I'm a big multiplayer player. Now, I'm excited to know, it may not be the reveal today of MP, but what can you tell us about the upcoming game?
Well, we do have a reveal coming up. That reveal is going to happen on September 7th. And then we have the actual beta following up that reveal on September 10th for PlayStation users, and then on September 16th for all platforms you can get in there. And so for that reveal, we actually are going to sit down and talk to the developers about their inspirations and why they made certain decisions in the game and how we're really bringing it to life. There's so much more information to come on that.
And PlayStation players, they will be getting their hands on the game next week, I understand, but they're going to be playing Champion Hill, and I think we have a trailer for that as well.
Yeah, we do. So Champion Hill, well, let's just run the trailer and let's find out. Let's see.
Welcome to Champion Hill, friends. Knock out the other teams to win the day. Time to fight like you mean it. opponents? Get cash. How you like me now?
Good luck running from this.
Let's go.
Enemies dead ahead.
I'm pinned here. Back into the fray, soldier.
Preload the free Champion Hill PlayStation Alpha.
Wow. Okay, you had my interest before. Now you're gonna get my money. Tell me about Champion Hill. This looks like gunfight on steroids.
It is. It's gunfight on steroids meets battle royale, last team standing wins with a power progression that goes through the entire thing. It is quite amazing. We've been working on it for so long and we're finally able to get it out there, and we're excited to have it be our alpha mode. We can get so much back from the community on feedback and everything else to just make the best possible game. So just some details on what Champion Hill is, because there's a lot going on. It's super new. You saw there were 4 maps in there, and you're rotating between these maps. And where it all starts is you have 8 teams that enter this, and there's no loads is the important part. So those 4 maps are in there together, and it's a series of head-to-head combat between those 8 teams, and the last team that's standing wins. All of those teams have a number of lives, and as you're playing in each arena combat, you're losing lives, and you're ultimately going down in the leaderboards. And if you hit 0 lives, you're out. Then once you eliminate one of those teams, they do a little loot pinata, they lose all their gear, you go run over and grab it all off the ground. And what that really means is that these weapons and everything that you have in the game are persistent between these 60-second matches. And as you go and participate in the matches and you get kills in there, you get eliminations, you're getting cash for those. And you take that cash and now you can get more powerful with that cash. You can go in to buy rounds that happen every 3 matches, and you're now able to go buy new weapons. You can buy kill streaks, you can buy perks, you can buy equipment. And by doing that, you're getting more and more powerful throughout this series of matches. And it ultimately culminates in the last match between the final 2 teams that still have lives. And it is just such an amazing experience. We're super excited to have it for our alpha and excited to hear what people think about it.
Greg, I cannot wait. I understand PlayStation users next weekend. Preload starts tomorrow. So when you get home from Champs, get on the PlayStation, boot that one up, get it ready. I can't wait to do the same myself. Greg, thank you so much for this. This has been incredible. I'm wildly excited now. Any final words before we throw it back to the matches?
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being patient through this. Please get in there and play. Give us all the feedback you possibly can. We're here to make the game great for you, the players. See you online.
Hell yes, we love it. Cannot wait. Thank you to Sledgehammer. Vanguard around the corner, ready to get in. It's going to be an absolute blast, but focus. I just moved too much. I got amoeba. Oh, yeah. Do you think that looked like a light machine gun?
I don't know what. That might have been a kill. I'm not sure.
I don't know what it was, but
do you think we'd beat everybody in here in a 2v2?
Absolutely, just based on our relationship and rapport. But now, we're going to take a look at a moment. If you jumped into this late and missed the first 2 maps, there was a diffuse in the map 2 that was insane. And our producers were breaking it down frame by frame to show how close it was. This was nuts. So take a look at the diffuse and at the timer, Joe, and see how insanely. Look at this.
It's what, 0.1?
Literally it's almost dead even. Like that's actually probably coming down to more than the 10th of the second. That is that close. It's almost like when we had the 0-0 thing on the clock the other day in the control. It's coming down to time that we don't even see.
Milliseconds. Yeah. That's a difference in Call of Duty?
Yeah, that's what you've always said.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But now we get going into controls. We're tied up 1-1. And we're probably going to show that graphic we always show where it's Atlanta and then it shows first a lot.
Well, that's because they were #1 throughout this.
Hey, what do you know?
Yeah, no, #1 throughout control. But back to what we were talking about, the Major 2 final, they lost both of them to Toronto Ultra. So that was really the difference maker for Toronto. Right, can they get back on the board? They were able to win that first map. Hardpoint, a bounce back from Atlanta FaZe. But yes, control for Atlanta FaZe, they've been ridiculous all year long. And well, we're headed to Raid, and who doesn't love some Raid control?
Yeah, and you saw Simp fired up after the map too, but that Abizi was the one making the flash plays, making it his show. Sim got bodied in map 1. We're back to a respawn. I guess I'm a little bit curious to see if he's come alive.
Yeah, I think I am as well. But on the Toronto Ultra side, individually, they are having some great moments so far.
Yeah.
I mean, map 1, they destroyed. Map 2, you got Kleenex going. You still had Cammy making plays. I would not worry if I was an Ultra fan, but there you can see it. 16, only 3 losses on the year for Atlanta FaZe. But for Toronto Ultra, they've played it 28 times. One of the, top 3 teams in the game for a reason.
Well, Joe, we went to round 11. We showed that diffuse. It's the milliseconds. It could be a 2-0 edge for Ultra right now, and who knows what our conversation is, but it's 1-1. Raid. Maybe the greatest Call of Duty map in the history of Call of Duty maps. It's time to get back to it. Here we go.
Somebody turn the screen on in the arena. Thank you.
Thank you. Joe, that was all you.
I did it.
I thought Empire walked in again. On to the point they go. Nice opening. But even split in the lives department. We see number 2 in RC's. He's holding for that water side wrap, but his teammates finding all the kills. Celium, Simp, BZ clear them off the point. That is 4 down, and that's now time for RC's to be able to pounce. BZ able to fly as they are just dropping them right outside their spawn. RC's, who was waiting that entire time, I think ends up picking up 3. So they finally get a little bit of clearance, but you still have Alec this side. So he gets 2, but you still got to worry about him. There's the 3rd. Everybody now soaring out that side, but the help is here through a BZ.
Yeah, you're able to get
maybe
2
not.
tags, but
Bance just dropping elbows.
Yeah, Bancy came able to find 3 kills. Now, what do Ultra want to do? They want to go towards this B side. Simp's going to have a multi-kill himself. And what you can see, they had to rotate back to Atlanta FaZe. That's going to open up that 8-point. It was a great break. It was nice progress. So A going to be done. We're going to have that minute extension. Well, S.O.A just trying to do what he can with the finesse. Up, down, up, down. How is he alive? How? Almost finds the kill. Kleenex going to shut him down, but now the tough part for Toronto Ultra, getting done with B.
Yeah, I think you feel all right, though, if you're Ultra, considering, okay, well, I was about to say it was only like a 3 or 4 lives difference. You can see you got pinned early, but it's 6 real fast. You blink your eyes, and now that becomes a whole lot more impactful for FaZe. The damage done in the early rounds, and Kleenex, well, caught with his pants down as he's trying to rotate across. It's Arsity still lurking. He has made this area his best friend.
And yeah, they get the minute extension, but because that spawn kill comes in, because that trap comes in, you only have 9 lives. Now 8. This is only 2 pushes. This is 2 team pushes for Toronto Ultra with Simp in your base, but now he gets taken out.
I was going to say, like, literally, I was on the tip of my tongue, like, you feel okay for your Ultra. It was like 3 lives, but look how fast this just erupted. Utter dominance as they get up to a 10 life advantage. 1 kill for Kleenex. No chance to really even get going. They have been locked in, thwarted, and smoked. His Simp keeps the multi-kills going. He now has as many kills in the first round of Control as he did the map 1 hardpoint.
Now here comes the last push, though. It's going to be 3 dead, 4 lives remaining. Arcity's going to get some rough timing as well inside. Just trying to, take him down, win the one-on-one. Is going to do that. It only takes 1 push at times. But Celium off a spawn with the BZ going to be able to take down 2. 2 players remaining, 20 seconds on the clock. A ton of progress to be made in Atlanta FaZe in round number 1. Going to hold defensively.
Is that enough for you? Like him having more kills in that round than the entire hard point that he's like, all right, Sim's here now?
Yeah, he's alive.
Okay.
I think BZ getting going in that search and destroy was big for him. And, sometimes as a player, you get so excited, you get so amped up, the adrenaline gets going. You got to play a map like Moscow where it's just like, you don't have a lot of individual one-on-ones and you get punished.
Well, I think you saw that. He was coming out trying to get the crowd loud, like all fired up. And you see the opposite with Bance, who's just sort of, chilling, doing his breathing exercise, and he comes out and drops a bomb. So, yeah, it's not always about being turned and twisted. It's about having the comms on point. But it is a struggle for Kleenex, who was so good in that map too. Now 1 and 9 and sit back to spawn early. The pressure is at ring as RC is now into position. You saw him do it with the Krig and the AK-74U in hand, but the pressure is up the gut through mid-map. BZ though ready, waiting, pouncing, doing it all mid to alleviate the pressure from his teammates out ringside. Sip is able to body 1 out back Laundry, and this is about as good as opening as it gets. You're going to get A, and you've got a 4-life advantage.
And you have Celium at top bedroom, right? Just making sure they cannot get that position defensively. Bance is going to be there. Now you can get into your setup. But basically what they're doing, they're just pausing the clock right now. They're keeping a couple of players on A. They're going to get done with that, but they're playing some TDM, trying to give them that life advantage, trying to suffocate Toronto Ultra as they have great positioning inside of Kitchen and Money Room. In Atlanta FaZe, it's going to be a push towards that defensive side.
Well, Simp gives up Kitchen, lets a BZ deal with it because they want a 3-hit around the back. He kind of saw as soon as the call came in. That's not an easy one, but for Simp, maybe it is. Triple positive, 5 in a row. Celium waiting, lurking, frying. As Ultra try to bring it back, but you see the 3 red arrows set up around that B point. First bit of progress about to be done. The gunny there for Kleenex. That is just his 2nd kill through 2 rounds.
Yeah, it's a big kill, though. I mean, you had Simp on a spree. Now it's a BZ's turn, and he gets 2 big kills to stop this streak. But Atlanta FaZe so much pressure. You have Arseny's in the defensive spawn. Him and Simp gonna get it right back to B. The 2nd tick of progress is done inside of Kitchen. Here comes the next push. A BZ gonna find Kleenex, and cutout Simp is there. Atlanta FaZe are swarming, and they are making it look easy here on Raid.
I'll tell you what, Joe, it's not often you get a win on Raid when you still have 2 minutes on the clock to work with. Because even once they transition to, all right, the opening, they're basically on the point the entire time. Once we go to B, I mean, after the first, 15, 20 seconds, they're on the point the entire time. Like, time didn't even move throughout. It was that dominant. I think it was a minute 53 left on the clock when they were winning that.
I mean, the best thing for them, just no streaks, right? No score streaks earned by Simp or a BZ, but the Tiny Terrors are here, 30 and 16 throughout this map 3.
Yikes.
And can Toronto Ultra get going? You're having a good game out of Bance again. He's been an X factor for them, but you need everybody else to step on up. And it's tough for Atlanta FaZe. Who's been the guy at moments throughout this weekend? Maybe make a big play. It's a guy like Cammy finding a multi-kill, going on a crazy streak. It's just tough to do against this team.
Well, it's been about staying alive and battling through thick and thin. They're working this A zone, picking FaZe apart early. And you can see, I mean, look at the mini-map. They're just content to, all right, get A. We will set up, post up, and lock you in. Now, this is the big moment. The transition for Ultra. Can it be a bit cleaner, or do they get locked in? The teamwork of the Gunny on point right now is Simp, double positive, 18 and 9. Celium here to work, and look at that. I mean, after they get the point, every single kill has gone to FaZe. Just like that, you're up 4 lives.
I think the key here is the way they're controlling mid-courtyard right now. Defensively, that is where Ultra loves to play around, and then offensively, that's how they set up their pushes.
Dude.
And look at this trap again. Atlanta FaZe are just running at the attacking spawn. Inside Clinics are going to find 3. They're going to deal with that. But yeah, it just felt like it's non-stop. They are just running at them.
That was, from them getting A, that was 8 straight kills, I believe, for FaZe. Just absolutely put the vice grip of God on them. A BZ just keeps the pressure up front, as there has been very little openings to work with, and shows why. What was it? They've lost 3 times the entire year, Joe?
3 times.
So impressive.
Oh, it looked like a stick.
Yeah, I thought that was a fastball to the chest for a moment.
But again, when we were on board with the BZ, it's Arseny's in courtyard. He finds the 2 kills. Where Ultra are going for their push to try and set something up. Inside a kitchen, they are getting shut down.
Joe, this is the best control team versus the 2nd best control team, and this is an annihilation.
Yeah, one-sided so far, that is for sure.
Up 9 lives. This is the first time you have seen this side of the map if you are Ultra. And that'll mark 5 in a row now for a BZ. 40 seconds on the clock, 10 life advantage. Your final couple of spawns coming in now for Ultra. You've got one in behind enemy lines and Bance, but he's got to track the whole way back.
And this is what Ultra does, right? Especially on defense. If a player gets through, they just leave them. They'll play 4v3 on the other side of the map. Bance is able to find 1. She's up to 18 and 18. 20 seconds left, 6 lives remaining. Here's the final push for Toronto Ultra here in map number 3.
Can they get the break? Kleenex, Cammy, they find the kill. Simp is going to peek, and the patience for Bance will pay off. Take that trophy out first. That nearly able to snap back, but Celium gets the kill. It's a big win for a BZ. No respawns remaining now for Ultra. As 1 by 1 they begin to drop. Just on Bance and Kleenex now, and it is one of the more lopsided raid controls you will ever see. I think his headset was coming off before the map was done.
Yeah, Arcee's all right, let's go.
I'm out.
Give me the map
bathroom break.
Give me the map number 4. You see the FaZe boys getting fired up. Nuke Squad in the building.
Yeah,
well, that was a dominant display.
Was the map over? I guess in essence it was, but this headset's coming off. I still hear there's still shots going down. Game is still going.
Now you got the
Get me to the next map.
That was a 7-minute and 45-second control.
And what's so crazy is like we've seen that this year. We have not seen that this year when it's like number one versus number two. I think like two really good control teams.
There was like
I'm sure it's happened, but like that is as dominant as it gets when you're talking about two really good teams.
And you know, you see, obviously it's a BZ and Simp. You heard, you know, Chance talking about it on the desk. You know, about this submachine guns. You get it out of bands, but Kleenex struggling throughout that map. I mean, well, really everybody did. But the entire team for Atlanta FaZe step it up, but it's the Tiny Terrors who, well, they just shut down this entire map.
And you're gonna need them all. You're gonna need when it is like this, Championship Sunday, best of 9, 2 best teams in the world, you're gonna need everybody to have their moments. But BZ and Simp as a duo may have the single highest game takeover ability of any duo in the history of Call of Duty esports. And not that they didn't need help there, but they just dominated. I got something on my jacket. I need somebody to clean me.
Lint roller?
Yeah. Well, we're dropping codes all week. Vanguard is around the corner. It was awesome to see that before the map. It got FaZe fired up, apparently, because they came in and crushed. Now, a 2-1 advantage. Back-to-back map wins. Bance, you better be doing a lot of breathing exercises between this to bring it back in the map 4. We continue on after the break.
Mountain Dew Game Fuel is the official beverage of the CDL. Buy now at gamefuel.com/CDL.
Oh my goodness! COD Mobile World Championship, the highest stakes of any stage so far.
Let's go!
It's the show!
That's absolutely the Karma Show, 21-2!
You have no idea how hard we worked for this.
Regional final, regional playoff.
Finais regionais.
I promise you that we are going to create that favorite moment in the 2021 champs.
Are you ready for the show? Now we caught up in the flow.
Ótima jogada dele. Todo mundo agrupado. Todo mundo agrupado.
Are you ready for the show?
He's running out of time. He hits it.
Amazing. Gets another one.
What just happened?
Are you ready for the show? Now we caught up in the flow.
Oh, what a play.
Welcome back. Let's keep it going. Championship Sunday. Fans fired up. Players fired up. I'm fired up. Joe, are you?
I'm very fired up. Yeah, but that was a stomp in there on raid control.
Yeah,
we are staying on raid for hardpoint. And well, map number 1, it was, you know, it was looking good for Atlanta FaZe stats-wise, but sometimes that doesn't matter. And Ultra, that is the one map win they have so far, is on that Moscow hardpoint.
Well, we talk about the importance of raid, the fact that you get it in all modes, you get it in search, control, and hardpoint. We got the control, we go to hardpoint. Let's look at some of our hardpoint stats, though. You're talking overall hardpoint KDs throughout the year, and yeah, I think it's a pretty good thing when 2 of the top ones are on your team.
Well, if that was throughout the year, that would be the most ridiculous stats I've
playoffs,
ever
playoffs.
seen.
Oh,
but
sorry.
Yeah, that was just this weekend. And
I got ahead of myself.
Yeah, Cell and Sip, I think, through the first 2 matches had a 1.8, 1.89. But the first match didn't matter. It was Ultra on Ultra. Cammy with a big game. Insight right behind him, Advance plus 13, and they're going to need that here again.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to continue to have this kind of ebb and flow, this give and take. You know, like Simp struggles in the first respawn. Then it's kind of Kleenex that struggles a little bit. It's like, who is going to, I don't know, struggle to get going within that map? Are we going to have one of those where everybody is clicking, everybody's frying, it's going down to the wire? I mean, I'd love that. You saw it yesterday with Empire Ultra. We know this one. What did you say when it was like, I think I said to you, I'm like, it looks like we're casting Ultra. It was like a 60 to 80 point advantage. You go, nah, it's raid.
No, yeah, it was the end of that map 4 yesterday.
Yeah.
It was like 220 to 150. You want to go? I was like, no, it's raid hardpoint. Yeah. Well, it was one of the best raid hardpoints we've ever had.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God, it is.
You never know what's going to happen on this map.
Stood the test of time, that is for sure. We stay on a raid. And you see overall where the records have been. The edge to Atlanta FaZe. They have been so good throughout, but you just got to think after losing the way you have to your Ultra, you lose in the round 11, you get thumped in the control. You are really looking to answer back here.
But there hasn't been nobody tested more than them.
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
When they've had to bounce back, they have. They have just been such a solid team throughout the year.
Even just this weekend. Like,
right, yeah, when they've needed something, they have clutched on up. And well, they need a big map here to try to tie this up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, you just do not want to get into a 2-game hole. Try to keep this a back and forth affair, but Zabizi finds openers. He's trying to get across and get inside, and that he is able to do. The teamwork on point, the kill feed all FaZe, the time starting to get collected. And you can see, trying to hold water side, trying to hold mid. It'll be RC's picking up Zig. As you watch the white arrow start to funnel out, Simp and RC's have that crossfire. It's a lot for Simp to deal with, and he is dealing with it. 4-0 start. Just sensational. And he gets stuck. That was directly to his forehead, I think.
Yeah, Toronto Ultra trying to get water side to, flip spawns for the second hill. We're going to head towards the left side of your mini-map. Dude. Over towards Kitchen. All right, but at least they're sticking them.
Was that deja vu? It's like 4 in a row for Simp stuck in the face. 4 in a row for Abizi stuck in the face. What are we watching?
Hey, well, at least they're not getting streaks, right? You don't have the score streaks to work with if you're Atlanta FaZe, but 40 points. Now as we head over towards Kitchen, Abance has the first gunfight versus Abizi. Celium and Arsenes, though, they're in the position, and right now, it is just all red in the kill feed as they are just taking gunfight after gunfight.
I'm pretty sure if it was Simtex's only, Ultra might be in front.
It's not, though.
Yeah, it's not. No, it certainly is not, but what is Bance able to do? He runs into the tiny tears, not so tiny now. 3 for Simp. 8-2 start, just shredding.
And well, they get pushed out middle of the map. They flip the spawns. Arsenes with a multi-kill. This is the problem. These multi-kills need to be limited right now. As well, they get across the map. They're going to try and chain these 2 together. They spawn Ultra towards P2, exactly where they want them. 15 seconds left to Ultra to have some time to bounce back. As well, Arsenes, I think he's going to need a tough spawn here. I think he's going to spawn out at Ola, then he will. So you have a 4-on-3, an opportunity for Ultra to get right back into this game.
They need to. You've got numbers. You've got to get a break here. You Got to go through Simp and Abizi again, though. Abizi will fall. Simp, though, trying to pick it up, and my God, what a wondrous job he is doing. They finish the final one. Simp, Cellium get all 4. They hold on in the 3 versus 4. And the lead is mounting massively, quickly, almost to the 100-point mark. Only 18 points on the board for Toronto Ultra.
You know, you and I were talking, and one of the keys was they had to limit the subs, right? It is tough to contain the Tiny Terrors, but you can't allow them to do what they've been doing the last couple of maps. Just trade those kills, put the pressure on Arcees and Cellium to have to make the plays, and that's just not happening. It's Abizi, it's Simp, time and time again so far.
I mean, you're 5'1" in real life, looking about 6'8", 240.
Yeah, well, they're going to be 6'6" in on their money after a match like this, man, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah, that is true. But it was a stopping in the map 3. They're looking to continue here as Ultra need to find something to come alive. You said it, they've been tested. They're getting tested once again. Triple positive now from Abizi. It's Abizi from the front. It's Cellium from the back. It is FaZe on the kill feed. Can they get is there a timeout, a pause?
We have one, it's just not in this game mode. So no, they're gonna have to try and do what they can, but I mean, 19 points. Now you have to try to be great basketball. Clinics and Bans do slow things down as they start to get going. And well, this is a huge break here. Abizi, the last one left. Do not allow a play to be made, and well, he's making one, but Cammy is there for the trade. Next up is Simp. Nice play by Cammy. Finds number 3.
Okay.
When they've needed something, who's it been? It's been this man on your screen.
I feel, like 9 out of 10 times when somebody has to pop off and change the fate of fortune for Ultra, it has been Cammy, but is it going to be too little? Is it going to be too late? As you're up nearly 130 points, but you survived to move on to the next hard point if you are Ultra. Now as the pinch gets ready, the numbers are here for FaZe. Abizi lurking like a tiger, a wildebeest. And now he will strike. And of course it's Simp on the other side of it. The teamwork, the comms, the precision on point for FaZe as they continue to accrue the time. It's a slapping right now on Raid.
Well, this is almost what we saw at Moscow from Toronto Ultra, right? They were winning the mid-map gunfights. They were flipping the spawns as they try to set themselves up, and that's what's happening. The AR's looking over the subs. They're finding those kills, but here comes Clinics and Bans. They get on the hill. Now going to try to push out towards Ring as we're on our final hill before we go back to that first one.
Yeah, you almost have 200 points to the first set of rotations. It has been very, very strong out of FaZe, but what can you do behind this 5 streak? That's been the only maybe good thing for Ultra.
Yeah, no streaks.
Yeah, that's about all you could look at currently, and that's not a conversation anymore. There's the artillery, 7 in a row for Cell before the trade comes through. It's a Krig on one side, it's a Krig on the other, as Arcees tries to get out with 33 HP, but can't quite do it. That double century mark looming, as FaZe have got it locked down, and one of the more dominant Raid hardpoints you have seen. And Joe, I know you say it's Raid, it's never quite over. It's not over till the final second is through, where the 250-point mark is hit, but this has been a dominant affair.
Well, typically it's like 60 to 70-point lead. You have to say that, right? This is a little bit different. But, you know, we always talk, in a scenario like this, can Ultra just get going? Can they find some multi-kills and carry over to map 5? That'll be the key. A big break here.
Usually that's like a conversation for map 1.
Well, I mean, hey, they won map 1, right? They're still in the series. That's the key. We're to best of 9. They know how long best of 9s can be.
I just like the warm-up and get hot makes a little different at this point. But how the last 2 maps have gone, I guess I can see where you're coming from there. But 33 points needed. You've got kitchen control, you've got mid control. It just feels like the trades are so efficient for FaZe currently. Every time one teammate drops, I mean, look at the kill feed. Just trade until they get the edge. Then they have the numbers. Then they look to dominate as they can close it out here in kitchen. A big push for Ultra. It might be your last one.
Well, artillery going to be called in. Everybody in a rush on through. It's a homemade meal by Cellium. He's going to connect with that Arcees. He's on the hill. 1 player left in Cammy. Wins the gunfight, buys them some time. But Simp and the rest of the team is here. Now the flood through the middle of the map. Abizi up first. He's going to take down 2. Cell finds the 3rd. And well, Atlanta FaZe, they can win it right here. It's looking like they will to go up 3-1.
It's the next guy up. There is always one more into the blender. Go Ultra as they get annihilated.
And well, maybe I told you it was a 7-minute and 30-second control. It is a 7-minute on the mark raid hardpoint.
I mean, do they have dates tonight? Or is there something they got to do?
It seems like they got a busy schedule.
They're trying to get the hell out of the venue.
Whew. Sheesh.
These last two respawns, I mean, I'm thinking after Ultra win the map 1, I'm like, all right, we are in for a gauntlet. FaZe think otherwise. Look at the map you get out of Abizi, out of Celium. The squad just popping off. It is 4,500 damage and 20. It's weird to be like, 26 popping off, but there just wasn't enough gameplay to really post a big number.
Total game time, 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Was not a long hard point at all. It's just right from the get-go on the rotations, from that kitchen hill to garage. You know, in the 3v4, they're able to hold on. And then when rotation back, it was just too many hills in a row from Atlanta FaZe.
Yeah, these last two maps, it just feels like, yeah, you were watching online at home and you went to make a snack. It is just done. It has been so efficient. And like there are moments where, like at its best for FaZe, I mean, it's like 8 to 10 straight kills, just dominant, right? Like spree after spree after spree for all of them. But even when at its worst, it's just been efficient trading.
Well, it's multi-kills, right?
Yeah.
In what was the stage, that Major 5 final, once Minnesota Rockers got going, it was Standy with 2, Priest with 2. That was the key, and you're seeing it from Simp and Abizi throughout these last couple of maps.
I don't know what you need right now if you're Ultra to bounce back from those two. You need to rise from the dead like The Undertaker. Bance needs a oxygen mask. I don't know what breathing exercises need to be done now, but they need to find the fire. They need to find the passion. They need to come alive in this map 5. Search has got them here. They need to win.
Let's go. Out of the dust.
The Call of Duty League is presented by Zenni, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Zenni Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting zenni.com/gaming. Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Have to get here off of spawn. He dies inside of our envoy, also falls. Can anybody from Optic get here in time?
Like dominoes, dropping one by one by one.
Assassin is gone, and Ultra this time put him away.
Finds it.
Sidle standing, my God, it is done. Toronto Ultra.
Everyone else is just going to fall. They're down.
Over to Celium, who finds two right off the rip, makes it three. Dallas got the swift, decisive. The second segment now gone. Abeezy, sweet Jesus, he finds himself two more.
Middle of the map, and well, it was the roaming player. It was Simp ready for this entire thing, picking up three.
Capture now resumes. Cammy! Hello and welcome back, FaZe. Currently beating Ultra like they stole something from them. Oh, I guess maybe the stage 2 final?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I guess you could view it that way. Maybe they did steal some, but they have been fired up, and we want to shout some people out. I've said it many times, but good observing is worth their weight in gold. These guys, Joe, have been incredible.
Yeah, listen here, everybody in here, can we give them a round of applause, please? I mean, just unsung heroes of the Call of Duty League taking us through the action. Thank you guys so much. Incredible work this week through the entire year.
It's off topic, I know, with regards to what we have going on this major, but when you think back, I mean, the commentators had to do it, or there was one person that was doing it. It was a lot of stress for us when we were trying to commentate and do it. Having that team is the greatest thing in the world. They are sensational, so thank you. We love you. But let's take a look at some of the SMG battles going on within this matchup as we get ready to head into our map 5. And the battle of the SMGs so far, it's one-sided.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, if you look back towards that Major 2 final, it was Clinics and Bance that just took over the series. Bance with a 1.44. And honestly, he's been playing pretty well. You look at Kleenex maybe to start to step it up here, but it's not going to be a respawn. It's going to be a search and destroy. And this is where Toronto Ultra have been so darn good. But there you can see it, right? We look at these map vetoes, and what does Atlanta FaZe do? This is their advantage, right, in the best of 9 coming from winners. They get rid of standoff. Toronto Ultra, one of their best maps. They put them on Miami Search and Destroy. Neither of these teams have a lot of repetitions on this map.
They haven't played Miami a lot, but you know, you and I have talked to Crowder quite a bit about their preparation and their focus points. And you know, we don't usually talk a lot about sensitive conversations there because we don't want to give away secrets, but some of the stuff later in the series we know has been a very big point for them leading up to this event.
Well, 2 maps really, I think, throughout the year that they have focused on. And, you know, what he has said is if we lock these 2 maps in, we win the whole thing.
What were those 2 maps?
It is Miami Search and Destroy and Apocalypse Hardpoint, which if we get to APOC, that'll be map 8, but we had a while to go, and well, we're headed to Miami.
Yeah, he told me I couldn't say any of this stuff throughout the course of the year. Now, Chris, I don't care. It's the final event. Yeah. But now there was one point where they were working on APOC, hardpoint. Like, he's like, dude, we're like 100-0 in scrims. We just can't win in the league, but I promise you, we will get there. And they're playing it until they win it. Look at the major final versus Empire. They win it like 250-50. They've been putting in the hard work, but now I think the conversation's less about the hard work for FaZe and Ultra's depth, their passion, their never die mentality. This is must-win territory now, right? You have to win this match.
Well, you look at the next 3 maps. You have Miami Search and Destroy, Garrison Control, and then Reed Search and Destroy, right? So you have the 2 game modes where they have just been so darn good all year. And if they're going to bounce back into it, it has to be behind those. You have 2 searches in the next 3 with a Garrison Control coming up next. So, yeah, you look at this chunk of this best of 9 as an opportunity for Ultra to come alive.
Can they do it? Can they breathe new life into the squad? Sometimes it just takes a map. If you watch Rocker versus Ultra, ESOL, a team can seem dead and come alive out of nowhere. Ultra need to find that now. Banso getting aggressive. Celium, though, is able to spot him. And Abeezy, what do you know? 1 round, 1 first blood. He had 5 in the game 2.
Yeah, Celium gets that position, just finds the early info. And of course, who's kind of lurking over towards B? It's Simp, who's kind of always playing the outside. But Ultra have done a great job of minimizing Simp's impact. And as soon as I say that, he finds a kill. But inside able to find 1. So we're no 2-on-3, 50 seconds to work with. Celium in a great power position here. He's just hoping a teammate can get over there and plant that bomb. But everybody's kind of slowed down, waiting on the rotations defensively. And who's going to be that player? It's Cammy.
No, but you made a good call. You need to watch that number 4 on the map throughout the course of this. If we're focusing on A side, there are going to be a lot of one-on-ones and timings that are going to go down, sometimes maybe off screen. That's a good job picking it up there by insight. That's a huge kill to not bring it into a 2 versus 2. And if they've watched them at all, they know how much he can play that alert role well. But as the plank gets in, can he get away? Arseny's a speed demon. It's Usain Bolt. He's out. He gets tagged up, but he gets away, and then he chows back to win the fight. The plant, the movement, the gunny.
Arcides with the final one as well. Are you kidding?
And well, he just has the info, right? Simp gets taken down. They know that one's in the middle of the map, and well, he's just gonna fly on through, just try to play his life. He's hoping that Cellium can help him, can get there, but he finds this 74U, and well, he is just not missing right now. Great movement with that jump shot. A nice offensive round win, but it starts with that first blood from Abizi and Cellium. Nice teamwork to spot Bance. Bance is a player. He likes to play around that boat side over towards A. Tries to find the timing, doesn't work out.
We look at the split now. Defensively, you've got 3 towards B. 4 FaZe, and Cellium kind of a lone man who's going to get isolated sooner than later. Abizi, of course, he is hunting. He's first-blooded, or he gets the first blood. There, he will drop. It's Insight that's able to give the numbers.
Okay, but Insight's going to think, all right, I've locked this down. Now, is he going to know another one is through? Because Simp is through, and he's not, but the shots are going to help him out. Insight has a chance to regain health and maybe take a challenge. As well, Insight was great on the flank on Express, and well, so far, so good here. As well, Simp's just going to leave him on the bomb site, though. Bomb being planted. It's a 1v2. CleanX able to find that kill. Well, it starts with that first blood for Atlanta FaZe. It starts with Toronto Ultra. Simp finally here on the flank. But they have a lot of work to do, and well, his teammates, they're all gone.
Could be for the ace. Is there enough time? He's in just like a triangle trap of the Ultra players. Between a rock and a hard place, I mean, the snap is impressive, but it's Cammy on the other end of it, and he's going to put that one down.
And, you know, I think Simp there, I mean, you get through, right? I mean, with Abizi's death, you do get through, but, I mean,
wait to
discipline.
Wait to shoot until you have a kill.
Yeah, right. Insight gets behind, and then he kind of knows, crap, I'm in a really tough spot. Tries to get out with his life. On the other side of the map, Arcides, Cellium, they get taken down by this man, CleanX.
The 2 best teams in the world when it comes to the mid-game adjustments, the mid-round adjustments in Search. There's going to be a lot of give and take and reactions over the course of this one. What's the next step for FaZe? It looks to be a fast hit towards B and the 2-2 split defensively from Ultra. Watching mid-map will be Arcides. But here they come. Cammy's going to get all the information, able to finish it. It takes a lot of shots, but he gets it done. Abizi takes one down with him with the numbers, the favor. Over to Ultra for now.
And really, it's just if CleanX can get out with his life, right? They're kind of in a 3-on-2. Now it's a 3-on-1. Say, CleanX knows that well, all the pressure is on him, and well, defensively, it starts with Cammy and CleanX. CleanX, a great map here so far as he finds another one to put Cellium in a 1-on-3.
I was getting more nervous, like bullet by bullet. It took so many hit markers for Cammy to like finish that first kill, because for whatever reason, the sub has better bullet penetration than the Grig.
Well, Grig's really good.
It is very, very good. You're right. I thought Sip was somehow going to stay alive during the course of that. But Cammy does finish it for the first blood. CleanX on 4 in a row at 4-1. I mean, map 2, he was incredible.
Well, in his Search and Destroy, I mean, that's been his bright spot throughout Championship Week. It really has. You know, Respawn's been back and forth. Yeah. You know, a lot of engagements, but in Search and Destroy, he has taken over like we saw on map 2.
I just think that's the way he plays. That's going to be the Respawn. You live or die by him sometimes. It's just, that's how it's going to go. The spot for Abizi. Not the funnest of gunfights. Cellium, he peeks for a second. His head is just annihilated. Oh! Another stick. CleanX keeps it rolling. That'll be 5 in a row before he dies. And Abizi finally takes that gunfight. Able to tag him up enough for Simp. It'd be a 1 versus 3. Now down to a 1v2. Bance and Cammy looking to shut down the MVP.
Well, they're just going to double by boat right now, right? I mean, we know how tough of a position this is. Simp going to try to get an angle, but Cammy's going to be watching it. 30 seconds to work with, 7.5 to defuse. Just trying to see, is anyone still on my side? This is just time ticking. Well, they are giving him nothing right now. Bance going to watch over his teammate. That's the spot I was talking about. And good luck getting this defused. You're going to have 2 individual one-on-ones. They're going to give you nothing.
Beautifully played. Yeah, by the time he kind of figured out what the deal was, you're talking about 20 seconds. He might get the kill, but not enough time now for the defuse. Good position and teamwork from Ultra to now take a 3-1 advantage. Simple carry a 3 streak over, but they just don't really give him a shot, right? to be fair, by the time, if he figured out they were both that side 15 seconds earlier, maybe he's got a shot. Even then, it's hard.
And while that just starts with that the first 2 kills by Kleenex, they're taking middle of the map away from Atlanta FaZe. So they're kind of isolating those players. You know, the first couple of rounds, it was inside on the flank. Then it was Cammy and Kleenex, and while Kleenex has not slowed down, he's up to 6-2.
I know you said it gets better for them as this goes, but like this, for me, Ultra have got to win this map. They have to win this map. And right now they're in control of it. Up 3-1. Can Kleenex continue to dominate? Can Simp continue to work this streak? Spots one side for information. Tactical out for information on the other. This is similar to what we saw a couple rounds ago, right? Like he's going to be lurking B side. The other 3 try to work a mid and A pick.
Well, I don't know if you're going to expect this spot too often. I mean, it's tough to play it. You can play it about once a game as well. Abizi going to start to work on up. He's got Celium watching over him, just trying to find a spot. And a lot of the times, early rounds for Atlanta FaZe, it falls upon this man, Abizi.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Starting to crawl on up. And he's going to have the first engagement versus Bans. Just looking around, and well, it's a process of elimination. Sooner or later, you think he's going to find him.
God.
Inside Doe going to be looking over his teammate, and that is just nice teamwork and communication from Toronto Ultra.
Yeah, they still don't see Bans, right? Just stay down, stay down. Look, that is bomb down, deep
That takes
side.
a minute to develop, right? So now you have 20 seconds left. Sim's like, all right, well, I got to make a play. Well, Insight and Bans, it doesn't take a monumental effort, but it's just 1 kill.
He hasn't moved yet.
No, he's just hanging out.
There he goes. Bans is in the action, but it's Insight with the kill. And fantastic timing there and setup for Insight and Ultra as the league continues to build. But no, I mean, that, yeah, you're right. Takes so much time to develop, and then Simp, who wants to take his time and maybe pick the timing, is kind of forced. His hand is forced, right?
Yeah,
he's got to make something happen.
Playmaker, right? He's the playmaker. Maybe he can, you know, force someone from top A to give an angle to Celium and RCs, but that's just not happening. As well, it was the first blood in round number 1 for Atlanta FaZe. That turned into a round 1. 4 next first bloods go to Toronto Ultra. They're up 4-1.
Yes, if you're FaZe, you're just desperately hoping for a first blood.
Well, they're getting aggressive, right? They switch things up with Abizi inside a lobby.
Is that part of why it's been difficult? Maybe not the best map for FaZe. Like, you know, you rely on BZ so much for first bloods, but the ARs kind of dictate the pace a little more here.
100%.
Yeah. Oh, he saw him too late. He's just damaging, but can't finish one. Finally able to do it. The snap back, and Bans is so weak. RC's probably gets 1 bullet into him. His FaZe desperately trying to get around. It has gotten away from him. A huge effort here from Ultra. And now it is just the King Cammy, and that is just Arsenes with headshot multiplier of the Krieg. He's hitting.
Well, here's Arsenes. That swag with the John Fathead Arsenes right there. I love that in the crowd.
Oh, he's
nice headshots, double headshot from Arsenes. They needed that defensive round win, but now can they break the defense? What have they tried to do? They tried to go to a fast B. Does not work. Cammy and Kleenex shut that down. Over towards A, it worked in 1 round, but what, Bans gifted it to him. Last time through, it was Bans and Insight that locked down A. So it's really the duos, and because they haven't won an offense without giving away a first blood, the defense, they're just going to stay in their 2-2 split right now.
Well, it's a little different, though, from FaZe. It's just a 4-on-2 hit. Kleenex, he gets the info, and he is out. Fantastic job playing his life. Now look at mid-map. The other 2 are tracking over. They're tracking over fast, so Simp has got both things to worry about. Every bit of utility. Getting exhausted from both sides. The spot in then from Cammy. As they're trying to work dockside and top purple. Kleenex has taken so much damage, but he stayed alive throughout. No one can die. Everyone's just invincible.
Well, Cammy gets aggressive as well. There's a crossfire. RC's in. He's up to 4 in a row. Simp with the slide. Cammy's still here. He is ready for the next one. Cammy! Cammy's so good in those situations, and he does it again.
Like, how annoying did that look like to deal with for his POV?
Just the
but then he's just
left
like,
and right.
Then just snap.
And well, the last 2 rounds, what you kind of said it, you don't get a BZ going. That's a lot of their offenses or their searches, how they get going. So they go back to the bread and butters. And, you know, early on in this game, it was all about the B site and those sort of submachine guns, getting top piano control, just trying to fight for that balcony. And they go to that. Defensively, it worked. But on offense, CleanX, he doesn't get picked. He plays his life. Beautiful round again out of him and Cammy.
Ultra, they get smoked 2 maps in a row, but they can make that a distant memory with a big win here. And they're right back into the series. Cammy again, able to take a monster gunfight. They look to close it out here. 4v2, 4v1, all on Alec to try and clutch, but it has been a clinical search and destroy out of Ultra. They dominate. And they needed that so bad. They had to win that map. They had to.
They sure did. I mean, just they don't allow a BZ and Simply to make those plays. On offense, they take care of the flank. Cammy in that round, Insight in a couple of rounds prior. And then on defense, their 2-2 splits are strong. They know that Atlanta FaZe is going to get aggressive. So as soon as they have presence, they all rotate on over. It's a couple of individual plays, and well, Toronto Ultra, they're still alive, and it's behind that search and destroy, which they have just relied on throughout this year.
This is that big segment you were talking about where Ultra can really start to leave their mark, maybe take an advantage in this series. But yeah, Cellium 1-7, BZ 3-7. I mean, I think my final call in the game too was calling BZ the S&D god. He couldn't get it going there.
And here we're going to see early on with CleanX as he just tears them apart. He finds the first
Tom Brady
of the map, and well, that just didn't look like it went to a good place at all as RC's blows on up. And then on the other side, it's Cammy, right? Defensively over towards Garage. Just playing his life with the shoulders, the movement on point as CleanX and Cammy shut that round down.
So impressive and so desperately needed. And I don't think it's just the map count. I think it's just how the last 2 maps went for me that is the big thing. Like, they just were not competitive. They were 2 7-minute respawns, one by FaZe. You needed to come in and make a statement. You're still in this series. There is still some life, whether it's for your own belief as a player or for the fans, and they dominate. I mean, that was as clinical as it gets, and that has been one of the more impressive things about them as a search team.
100%. I mean, they needed a bounce back. Like I said, they've been in this position before. Every time they needed a map win, they've typically found it.
We continue on. It is a best of 9 championship Sunday. It is the 2nd season of the Call of Duty League. Who will we be crowning a champion by time it is said and done? Quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more action. Hello and welcome back. We continue on at Championship Sunday. And Joe, I want to talk a little bit about Control. The last time they matched up at the best of 9, we know Ultra was able to win it. They took both controls. The controls look a little bit different this time around.
Yeah, I mean, we had Raid in that best of 9. Ultra was able to win it, but they, you know, Atlanta FaZe went with checkmate because, I mean, that was a map that neither team really played. They were trying to, you know, catch them off guard, but they lose that map. This time through, they stick with Garrison Control, but Garrison Control, 1-1 on the year between these two teams. A strong map for Toronto Ultra. When they were really on their run from like stage 2 to 4, it was so much about Garrison. So they are 19-4 on the year.
We take a look at the overall Control stats. And we're talking, so this is just actually for 2021 playoffs again. And like, honestly, it looks very similar if you look at the whole year though. Like really, like FaZe has been #1. You've been like 2 or 3, depending on the statistic, for Toronto Ultra. It's just crazy to me, like how good Ultra have been in Control. How much we've talked about that, but like how much better FaZe have been than the rest.
Yeah, and I think looking at that, one thing is in first it was a BZ with a 1.65, but on the other side, the entry sub for Toronto Ultra was at a 0.8 in Kleenex, right? So, you know, Kleenex, great in Search and Destroy. We've been talking about it all week. The respawns, he's got to find a little bit more consistency. He's putting so much pressure on the map, a lot of interactions. He just needs a couple of more gunfights to go his way.
Yeah, I think it was after Thursday and Friday's games where you and I were going through stats for one of our casts, and yeah, it was like a 0.6 in hardpoint and a 0.7 in Control for Kleenex. I was like, what? I was really surprised to see that. I mean, granted, their first series they get 3-0, but yes, he's been a little up and down. Yes, you're going to live and die by him. He just has to be the best version of himself in this matchup. He just has to be.
Well, there you're going to see the stats. So 19-4 for Atlanta FaZe, 13-6 for Toronto Ultra. Again, 1-1 on the year. Well, this area on your screen right now around Bricks Control, when we talk about offensive teams trying to work towards this A zone, it's a pivotal point on the map.
And they've had some thrilling showdowns on this map and mode, but it was a huge answer. And the map 5 for Ultra to bring it within a map. Remember, the best of 9, it's the first of 5 map wins. 3-2 edge for FaZe. Currently, to the next Control we go. The first, it was a 7-minute dominant effort from FaZe. Ultra, can you get a better showing here? They'll start it off defensively, but it's a Beezy looking to crack this defense wide open.
Well, he knows he has a one-on-one early, but it's going to be Cammy. Well, Cammy's able to win the first one, and I was going to say, Toronto Ultra, they are so good on their breaks on this map. And they're able to come out on top 4-2. As well, now just the pressure on Atlanta FaZe to get out of this, to try to pause that clock, to get that progression moving. And you can see on the mini-map just how tough it is when all 4 go down offensively.
Who's it been more often than not, though? I think it's been Celian. When they've gotten into this spot, like, he finds the picks, he finds the kills to get them out of harm's way, but he's going to get sent right back to spawn. It's a 6 life advantage already from Ultra. Inside, he is pushing up deep in their garage side. Like, this Tip's like, all right, I'm getting shot in the back off spawn.
He's doing it with any gun as well. Almost able to connect on the next one. Bance is there. Cammy is there. All the submachine guns finding gunfights. And, well, just like that, there's 30 seconds left on the round.
It's wild how it shifted. It's like,
just from that break.
Yeah, checkmate, I feel used to be the hardest to get out of this trap. Garrison has become unbelievably difficult against the top squad. They've gotten 2 kills, but will it be enough? The opening from Ultra, they kept their foot on the gas, but Cell, he finds another pick, but with 7 seconds to go, somebody's got to get onto the objective, and they won't let it happen. Kleenex, Cammy, and the Ultra wrecking through. Hold on. You don't sniff the objective.
No, BZ with 0 kills. Arcitys with 1 on the opposite side. It's 5 from Bance, 4 from the other 3 as they take mid-map away. And you know, you saw right from the break, what does a BZ want to do? He wants to challenge that player out on A into a one-on-one. If they get out to that, right, it kind of puts the defense in a bit of a rotation where they give up middle of the map. That doesn't happen. Cammy shuts the door, and well, then the rest of the team, they put him in the trap.
Well, that one-on-one against most players, he probably takes it. Cammy's not one of those players that's going to happen every time.
Not every time, that's for sure.
It's just not. But yeah, you highlighted, but 1 in 10 for Arcitys and a BZ, the father-son duo. See if they can get back into it. Can they put Ultra now in the trap deep? These early kills, everything. So far, 1 for 1, but Bance, Kleenex, the subs, getting it done. making sure they push out. I mean, this is more time towards the objective than we saw in the entire first round for FaZe. And Insight, he's applying the pressure on one side, applying it on the other. He's just finding the deepest pocket possible against the opposition to try to get into position, but they've all got to focus him down first.
Well, and that was going on. RC's had to stay alive A side. He was top green. You have Bance working inside of breaks. They're going to try and work that player out towards A. Kleenex is staying B. Everybody playing discipline right now. Bance, he's going on that flank. What is he to make the play? It's right now. And now they're going to take the 2-on-1. Here comes the teamwork from Ultra. They're able to find that kill. Cammy now on out towards A. Sympto through the middle of the map finds a multi-kill. You do not have a time extension and only one player out towards A.
They line up for a moment, but Simp can't quite finish both. But they stop that with what, like a centimeter to close out the B point. But they don't get all the progress back. It's still so deep, and right onto the point they go. Bance closes it out. There's the extension, and that's what some objective progress looks like on the other side of it. Now, can you hold on if you're FaZe? This Ultra is coming fast. Bance and Insight already able to take down two. They're going to transition this so quickly. Insight, Kleenex, lining them up. Back to spawn, go FaZe, and this might be a very fast round two.
Well, this reminds me of Raid, right? I mean, they are winning all of the gunfights. They are finding the multi-kills. The trades are not there. And well, on attack, there's just one player left. Simp trying to do what he can. Can he find number 3? RC's looking over him. They hold on. But Toronto Ultra in control right now.
Yeah, it was like, what, a Simp double towards B that kept it alive a little bit longer. A Simp double here to keep him in it. But you've got 90 seconds to go, a 6-life advantage, and all the freedom in the world. Ultra soaring, putting FaZe on the floor. Onto the point they go. So they'll stop the clock and get a bit more progress. Celium. Somebody's got to contest. They're able to for a moment, but Cammy wins the final fight. 2-0 lead in the control and 1 round away from tying up this final at 3-3.
And I mean, they win that second offense, right? So you immediately put Atlanta FaZe back down to attack to have to clutch on up. I think similar to for Atlanta FaZe, you know what they were doing? At least Toronto doesn't have any streaks that I'm aware of, so you have that to deal with. But Atlanta FaZe right now just simply getting outplayed. It is right from the get-go. I want to see what Ultra does on this break.
It kind of reminds me of like that Rocker Ultra final when like there wasn't
just really, it's just like haymaker after haymaker.
There weren't many close maps. People were just getting laid out. Who's going to dominate the next one? Can FaZe take this offense? That they touched an objective. I mean, that's a start, Joe.
To start, but to have to win this break. Itself being very patient on that vent flank, able to find it. aBeZy trying to get aggressive, but Insight just watching that cross. Cell is there for the trade, and they're just going to pause the clock, try to get this objective done as they hold top green. That's going to be Simp in position. Here comes the push out of Cammy and Kleenex. They get that trade, and just such a powerful spot, because if you find kills middle of the map, you can fly out top green, try to retake B, but finally, some momentum for Atlanta FaZe.
And this is one of those spots where Ultra sometimes find themselves in a little bit of trouble. They send one more push towards the B objective. Next thing you know, they're firmly planted on the back foot. FaZe a shot to get around. Is aBeZy looking for the opening? He had 5 coming into this round. He's got 10 now and on 4 in a row. Bit by bit, pick by pick, aBeZy lining them up and getting towards some streaks. The movement there, the help for Arcades as well. B is done. The second point of progress is done at A as well. And finally, some life here in the respawn for Atlanta FaZe. 5 now in artillery for Celium, and they're on the board here.
What a bounce back round, but what's the difference? The break much cleaner for Atlanta FaZe, and then allows their players like aBeZy to do things like this. This bricks area,
they never got here.
Important on the map. They never got here in round number 1, but here's that multi-kill, and then Cammy, the last one here, he gets caught. And well, once you get hit by that first bullet, aBeZy, he's gonna take that gunfight, but Cell able to earn the score streaks with that objective time.
It's like, yeah, you're way to win if you're Ultra. I guess eventually don't let them get like past the 20-yard line. Like don't let them get anywhere near bricks. Just keep them locked in. Because once you get there, you see how crazy it can be. But Celium is able to get both streaks behind the kills and objective progress. When will they come into play? But the trophy is there for the cover. Now, can they do a better job defensively to get this to a round 5? Nice shots from Alec. The streak continues for S.O.A. He's just putting damage into bodies.
Well, another solid break for Atlanta FaZe. Toronto Ultra not able to get out towards the middle of the map. They're trying to work dark side with Cammy and Kleenex right now. Just trying to find positions, any picks that they can get. Off of spawn though, Insight, beautiful shots on the Cell.
Well, you saw how hard those shots were from Cell's POV. Insight just
he hits the headshots, and well, that's where the Krig is dangerous.
Maybe a chance for more streaks though, as it's 4 in a row for our cities. I thought the trade was instant. He got away longer than I thought he would, but eventually he will drop. Now we're under 30 seconds on the clock to go, and we're talking about some of the final pushes here from Ultra. And you were up 2-0 in dominating fashion. This is a map you need to win if you are Ultra. And suddenly, FaZe are making a run, close to pushing this to around 5 and having some streaks to work with. They've got them locked in.
They have 4 score streaks to use for the last round, and that is what's scary about an offensive round like that, because when you aren't trading, when you aren't dying, it's not only the kills coming in, it's the objective work, and they have not stopped. What a tale of 2 halves in this Garrison control. The first 2 rounds dominant by Ultra, the next 2 dominated by Atlanta FaZe. Simp getting fired up, and he got a lot of missiles in the back pocket.
It's a close map, though. We're just saying, like, we haven't had them.
Is it? I guess.
Well, maybe the rounds aren't, but we're going to around 5.
Well, sure we are. We'll just have to see who gets defense here. Well, it's going to be Toronto Ultra with their early aggression. And yeah, streaks. We've seen
are harder to use.
They're fails on this one. I wouldn't say fails. It's just hard to hit them.
I've seen FaZe use 3 streaks to get A and not get it. So yes, they're difficult to use. Defensively, a whole hell of a lot easier. But if you're Ultra, you want to get those forced out earlier or sooner than later. Well, can you get them back to spawn quickly and make them have to use some to get out?
Well, I think if you're Ultra, the key here is to win the break and then force them to use streaks to have to get out of the trap.
Yeah, exactly.
So far, so
yeah.
good. Band's trying to do what he can. Up, down, get a slide now out. So you still have some mid-map positioning if you're Atlanta FaZe. This should be a next team fight. Could be huge for Toronto Ultra. Right now, though, it's going to be a 3 versus 2. And well, Simp, there's that multi-kill to turn the tide.
Cammy is still here lurking top green. Simp, though, it's just beautiful to get the spot. And I thought, just toying with him, I thought that looked so good from Simp, but Cammy simply too strong, and he will deal with it. But there's the second point of progress. As RCs is getting the shots in, the wave of kills going towards FaZe again. As B is about to be done, now you get a point and you have all those streaks to work with. It's an instant call.
All right, you got to be careful not to kill one of your teammates, though. And okay.
Well,
sorry about that.
Yeah, you sort of spoke that into happening, Joe. Almost instantly, pal.
Yeah, it's my fault.
He just drilled him.
And well, not able to get one, but you still have top green control. But here comes Cammy on the flank. Somehow he's alive. Can he find number 3? He cannot. But that's what we mean. Streaks difficult to execute on this A zone. You stay alive inside of bricks. You try to just keep top green control. And now Ultra with a lot of mid-map pressure.
You survived the first. You got to survive 3 more. 1:40 to go. And yeah, this is where you want to be fighting if you're Ultra. Out towards mid, look at this flank. It's a deep one. Benjamin Bancy all the way around, turning heads, snapping back to the other side of it, but BZ able to pick it up as Insight gets back into the map and back into the action. BZ now has gotten towards bricks. Sorry, Simp, this is where they came such a threat. And after that kill, they want to call on the other crews. 2 of the powerhouse streaks are going to be out. 1 teammate drops during it. Cell hovers. Cell takes out 2, and RC's onto the point. Now, what can Simp find in bricks? Now the artillery directly on their foreheads. The white arrows starting to scatter.
Bance is in a position.
Bance is the one guy. He's in behind. Get your trophies out of the way. Can he win the fights as we're near the second point of progress? Bance is just waiting on some help. He's able to get another one and get away. Bance is making the plays. The contest is in. They haven't finished second point. Simp doesn't get the last bullet. It gets absolutely smoked. Bance is going massive for the squad.
They called the other artillery. That's all the streaks gone. Now they're straight down to the guns. Bance went 5 in a row.
Bance! What is that Herculean effort from Bance to make the plays when they matter most?
1 minute remaining.
50 seconds, he's on 5. Here comes FaZe again, though. Bance, buddy, you gotta do it again.
just biding his time. He's slippery like a snake, but it's Simp with the multi-kill. And still, he can't quite finish off Cammy, but they're so close to closing it out. It's moving so fast, nobody gets in. The stack is there, and despite the effort from Bance, it's a phase win.
Simp going huge. On one side, it is Bance. As you said, I don't know what he was doing. He tried everything to hold on to top green. All the streaks, the bombs going off. Simp letting him know.
Talk your shit.
One map away.
I'll tell you what, when we first saw him come on a main stage at what? We're going back to like London?
Yep.
CWO London like ages ago. He is a different little beast now, isn't he?
Well,
the swagger, a little bit different now.
This is different than anything we've seen before out of him, honestly. Just the way he is getting fired up. It is a back and forth battle on getters in control. Bance trying to do what he can, 4,600 damage. But man, all the artilleries and the cruise missiles going off. It's a 10 versus 8 with a minute left.
I thought we were seeing it again. So you've seen the 3 streaks used before, and
it was
close
versus Ultra.
Yeah, it was.
You know, Bance doing everything he can at this moment. The last artillery going off, a multi-kill from him, but then everything kind of stops, right? You have a lot of work to do still here if you're Ultra. And who is it? It's Simp who finds the multi-kill, gets them onto A. And that's the key here. We talked about limiting those, and that just doesn't happen.
Look at the number 4. He goes through a brick, so you can see the number 4 on the minimap. He wins a one-on-one against Insight, and he's able to catch Kleenex towards outskirts by the generator. Sorry, by the satellite. It's just beautiful from Simp. In that opening, they just stack it. They've got 3 on top of it. It is done before they can get in, and look at how fired up this young man is. He came up short last year. You think he wants it now?
I think so. Looking for his second ring. Bance on the other side. I mean, he just did everything he could.
He just got hit by a stun like IRL. Like, we're having fun. We are having fun. We're fired up in the venue. That was a hell of a map. But now, if you are FaZe, we're talking what? 1 map away from glory. And you got to think about this for Simp too. I mean, think about it since he's come into it. Like, he wins it with the United. He gets second the following year. He's in a final for the championship again. He's had a pretty good career 3 years in.
He's pretty good. He is pretty good. Him and Abizi, that duo, just so fun to watch. But Toronto Ultra, I mean, you know, they stay alive with Search and Destroy. We have a Search and Destroy coming up next.
Can they do it through the search? Can they stay alive? It has been the story for Ultra all year long. Survival. Legendary. They need it now.
I'm legendary. Yeah, you know. Yeah. I'm legendary. You know. You know.
inside of our Envoy also falls. Can anybody from Optic get here in time?
Like dominoes, dropping one by one by one.
Assassin is gone, and Ultra this time put him away.
Finds Vivid. Inside will Standing.
My God, it is done. Toronto Ultra.
Everyone else is just going to fall. They're down.
Over to Celium, who finds two right off the rip, makes it three.
Dallas got to be swift and decisive. The second segment now gone. A Beezy! Sweet Jesus, he finds himself two more.
Middle of the map, and well, it was the roaming player. It was Simp ready for this entire thing, picking up three.
Capture now resumes. Cammy!
We're back. Let's keep it rolling. Fired up fans. Simp tucking his game. Vance making the plays, but coming up just a little bit short, and that's got to be one. That hurts.
Yep. Because you are up 2-0, you are dominating, and you feel, I mean, almost like Vance said, like in the interview, like, what would a championship mean? And he's like, we're so close, I could feel it. It killed me. That map sort of says that too.
Yeah, I think that in the Express, right? I think the early momentum that Atlanta FaZe was able to win, I mean, you steal that first hardpoint Express is a map they're definitely go back and look at. But again, 4-2, you're still alive, you're going to raid, search, and destroy, and well, Toronto Ultra, they have beaten Atlanta FaZe 3-1 head-to-head on the year. We know how good of a search team on raid they can be.
Well, we've talked about must-wins. Now, quite literally, everything is a must-win. Yeah, everything is a must-win from here on out if you are Ultra. But this is the championship weekend, from playoffs to the championship. How we got here, the road. And it's crazy after the entire year, and you know, partly online, partly on LAN, all of the drama and all of the storylines. It ends with our top three, it ends with our top two.
I'll tell you what though, I love LAN. I much prefer this than anything else.
I've never cast it in my damn basement again.
No.
This is way more fun.
A lot more fun. Well, there you can see the prize pool, $2.5 million. And well, you can see the disparity. First place, 1.2. Second, $650. Still a nice payday, but I know what I'd prefer.
Wait, did you say earlier when I talked about them being 6-7 in game, what did you say? Like on the stack of cash they're going to have, they will be? Yeah, all right. Wouldn't that be awesome if it wasn't like the big check and you literally just got like duffel bags of cash? Oh, actually, that'd probably be way more annoying to deal with, but it'd be kind of cool for like photos.
I mean, it'd be cool for photos, but I don't know, like, you know, obviously we see it in the movies. I just don't think it's that much money if you really.
Yeah. FaZe, they can close it out here. They were the #1 team basically all of last year, but came up short championship weekend. They've been the #1 team again the entire year. One map away now from closing it out.
Yeah, while you were doing that, I was just listening to everybody get their skurs in, you know?
I don't do a very good one.
No, you do not at all. Don't do that again.
Yeah, but I'm 36. Like, it's just, that's a young people thing, right?
Yeah, you boomer.
Thank you, Joe.
No problem.
FaZe, look to close it out. Ultra, look to battle back. We've seen everything on raid now. The final time you're going to see it here for Search and Destroy. And how good have these two teams been when you talk about this particular map and mode?
Well, for Atlanta FaZe, it's 11-4, but 3 losses to Toronto Ultra. On the other side, 10-5. And well, quickly it is going to be an A plant. It's going to be a full retake. You have a BZ working the flank. You have Simp inside the middle. No trophies going to be in round 1. Nothing going to connect, though, for Simp. It's just a question of when is the collapse going to come. And typically it starts with Ring. You're waiting for a BZ, but they're going to go through Laundry. Simp going to get back to his teammates. There's an nade zone. The stick is in. Nice teamwork. They heard it. The shots now are in. Kleenex inside able to find a couple of kills, and it's all down to a BZ. Nice execution from Ultra. They timed the nades perfectly.
Yeah, he gets a bullet through before the stick, but I feel like that's like his 10th of the series. Just strapping people with the Simtexes. But a great round 1 win. Beautiful execution there, back Laundry. You just get 1 kill, really, if you're FaZe, and that's just Celium's trade, and that is the end of it. Now they take a crack at it offensively.
Well, defensively, it's going to be middle of map control. And sometimes the line of phase, they will just go right at it through offense, sometimes through pillars, but it's going to be 5 and 8. The SMG duo, Kleenex and Vance, are going to find the first blood. And this is what, you know, early on in the season, very early on in the season, when we saw this map dominated by Atlanta FaZe, but Ultra, they just played with such aggression from their subs. They were very fast on the map through mid-courtyard. You can rotate down to B. You can rotate through pillars, and if you want, you take arc control away. And that's what this duo does so well.
Oh,
but Celia, how does that happen?
Okay, well, yeah, we were really gassing that pair, but then Celium was real annoyed by it, apparently. Just the shots on point. Now that first blood advantage, it's gone. It's inside last alive in a 1 versus 3. He's able to take out RCs, and he's just able to get away with his life.
Well, the play call was, all right, he's weak, let's run at him, but they're going to get bombed, try to put it down. But you're going to have a one-on-one here.
Does he check it?
Cell in a bit of a spot. Does he hear him? No, he doesn't hear him.
Oh,
he doesn't hear him. We're into a one-on-one.
He turns! Wow, that's a close one.
Well, he's just not ready for it. I thought Cell was going to hear him, maybe slide, or I don't know, but Cell, we're going to see it from his point of view.
Oh, yeah, just stack.
Yeah, just gets right to this, right to this heady. The body stack, we know that doesn't typically work in this game.
But yeah, but yes, if you watched any Ultra search here, more often than not, yeah, defensively, it's going to be Bance and Kleenex up the gut. What can they find, and how do you deal with it if you're faced?
Well, it's just about when do they want to try to counter that, because we've seen it in 2 ways, either right up Zig or through pillars. We'll see what FaZe want to do, but back to attacking for Toronto Ultra. It's right back to A. A little bit more of a stack here, though, as you have Simp kind of lurking, Celium watching over him. Nabizi, yeah, first blood. Just had another one.
So many throughout the course of this championship weekend, but the pick comes through pillars. Now Simp, his POV from the window as Celium tacks another on. Massive numbers advantage over to FaZe. Cammy and Kleenex, just what do you do? It just feels like you're kind of trapped. Tickles him a bit, but the snapback not going to work. Cammy scurrying away, trying to take the one-on-one. He's able to win that. I don't know how he wins half the gunfights he does.
He is so disgusting. You know, you always see like Krim tweeting him out. Every time they play,
he's insane.
It is just a pleasure to play against you. It's just because plays like that. He is so fast, willing to take any gunfight, but he's in a tough position, you know, 1-on-4, and I think he's just going to hop off the map, and that's exactly what's going to happen.
Legs and body broken.
It's not that far. He just was like, it's just like penalty. It's like you're out.
Yeah, it actually doesn't even look that far at all. I don't know why. It's like a 6-foot cliff. Oh, thank you.
You are just a good-looking bald man.
Did he say I'm a sexy man?
He did.
I think of all the bald people in the world, I'm probably like top 1% for handsome.
Yeah, you and Mr. Clean.
Thank you, Joe. Oh, God. We continue on. 2-1 now for FaZe. 4 in a row for Celium. Celium's just obliterating air.
Well, they go right back to A, and well, middle of the
map. You see a bird?
Another first blood, though, and that's just that sort of lurk role that Simp is playing. Abizi, though, just going to spot that. And, well, Celium's ready for it. He's ready for the push through. And I don't know what that was. Was that a clean shot? Or I don't know. Celium gets very weak. But now they're trying to hunt down Simp because, right, it's a 4 versus 3, but they know they kind of have him isolated. Look at the way Bance is playing. He has not wrapped back. And Simp, this is such a good read. But Cammy, it's a little bit better for him, and Sim just gets shot with a pistol ball. He's just wasting time right now, right? Just play your life. They're going to collapse on him. Try to find that kill. Bance just, well, he can't take him down. Cammy, though, going to make this into a 3-on-3. Bance to make it a 2 versus 3. Now it's down to AR. Celium, Arcades, able to find one.
The trade is in. It's all down to Arcades in the clutch. 23 seconds to go. A little bit of info. A little bit of finesse.
Well, what side's it planted on? That's the problem.
Kleenex is on it. He gets a spot on the Cammy the whole time he has been on it. Can he find the angle? Not going to happen. They stick it. They get the round, and that's a big 3v4 clutch.
Well, you know, it's planted for Laundry side. It's tough for Arcades, but it's the Cammy kill onto Abizi. And then this is what they have done. We saw it on Express. We saw it on Miami. They do not allow Simp to make that play.
How many times have we seen him make the play? Like that lurk roll, he's done it so many times.
So many times, and they're ready for it every single time. They minimize him. Yes, he finds the first blood. But that's it. It's the communication. They trap him in. They force him to go one way, and well, they take their time.
Yeah, I thought he wasted enough time at first, but no, not the case at all. Last time we were in this setup, Abizi got the first blood, not on Kleenex's watch, but Lord God, the Simtex is raining from the heavens. I feel like for the most part, the lethals we've been talking about Ultra, but that time it's FaZe, and now it's King Cammy. Can he clutch up in the 1 versus 3? Arcee's first up the bat. He's got some help. He'll get dropped, but he hits him down to 60. Cammy just able to scurry away. And this is winnable.
He's got some time to work with, but Simp and Celium, they've been in this position hundreds and hundreds of times. Cammy gonna have another one-on-one, but Simp's there ready for it. He's thinking maybe they rotate it out, right?
100%.
Maybe they rotate it out towards ring. Maybe they're playing an art setup, but they stay strong at Laundry.
Well, yeah, the more time that goes by, you're kind of wondering, is he rapid? Where's he headed?
But there, we saw this same thing on defense last time. They sent Simp up top Laundry. They want them to go in ring. They're going to blow up the trophies and then use their lethals to just suffocate them. So we'll see for Ultra on offense, what will they do? Maybe switch things up. But Celium 8-2, the flex player for Atlanta FaZe. Well, he is flexing right now.
3 more rounds.
Look at this hard counter. It's to be a 4-on-4 towards ring.
Oh, that's a toss. Inside has to reposition. The help not there for a second. Bance comes sliding out, and Celium, he is adding on to his numbers. Cammy, though's gotten 3. Oh! Cammy with all 4.
What did he just do?
Show me his POV now.
Cammy with the ace. It's a 4-on-4 inside a ring, and just snap, snap. Somebody knight this man.
He is a joke. And just like that, we're tied up 3-3. Cammy with one of the better plays you are ever going to see.
Okay, but here's the switch up. You have a couple of players with presence towards A, but they've read this. FaZe know that this is going to be a B hit. Look at this read. Look at this read by Abizi. He's just flying. What is the timing going to be for Abizi? It's going to be fantastic. And well, he takes down Cammy. They don't see anything cross towards ring. They were going to take Zig away, but they just fly. It's a 2-2 split from Ultra. Well, that's exactly what Atlanta FaZe know.
They've already won a 3v4. Can they do it again? When does this bomb start to get planted? He's now, Bance looks to get on it. And RC's just 1 kill in the round, but 1 kill in the game, but looking to control his back rock. You've got all 4.
Oh, Bance is going. Bance has read this. Bance has read this. Can they buy time for Bance?
Can he get there? Can he get there?
Yeah, they got to buy time for him as much as possible. Kleenex able to find 1. Here comes Bance on the flank, though. Bance able to find 2. It's a 1v2. He reads the flank. Look at him shake your head. Absolutely. Bance right through the middle of the map. He knew all 4 were together through Laundry. Nobody's watching the flank, but what a job well done by Kleenex to find the first.
And it's another 3v4 for Ultra. What a play from Bance. And in those spots, yeah, it's a gamble. It's like, you got to trust in your teammates on both sides of that. The trust is there, the teamwork is there, and that has been the Ultra story.
Here we go. It is going to be that middle map counter hit. FaZe like to throw at him, and it's a little bit delayed. It's a little bit delayed. So far a trade. You see the wall bangs coming in. It's going to be a 3-on-3. So RC is able to find his 2nd kill of the map. They're just trying to throw that timing off. Look at the rotation. Quick out of Bance and Kleenex. They are flying. RC still already here, already in position, able to find 1. I love this. Just back on down. Bombs being planted. 2v3 now for Kleenex and Insight.
Can Ultra do it again? Down in numbers. Celium gets hit down to 58, just ripped by Insight. RC is going to push that. Insight will fall all on Kleenex now from a 1v3 to a 1v2. Just over 20 to go. And RC, I mean, he's wrapping.
That's a heads-up play.
Back around towards mid.
Do not give him multiple one-on-ones. They do not play the clock. Back and forth battle here on Raid.
Final shots from Simp. But that time, they close it out with numbers. And a 4-4 we go. Ultra's championship dreams on the line. FaZe 2 more rounds. And what a big one from Arcides. What, 1-4 at one point? 1-5? Now 3 in a row.
All right, they go back to this 2-2 split, but they got to be careful now. It is just a counter. It's a counter where they just take ring control, and Kleenex gets caught. Bomb is being planted, though, so post-plant position. You have a far rotation if you're Atlanta FaZe. What can Bance do inside of Tiki? It always feels like it comes down to this player. How many can he find? Okay, he can't find any.
No, he's dead. He is dead real fast. Cammy, though. The plays this man has made, does he have another one in his pocket?
Celium just making sure nothing is working towards the flank. Maybe those Simp S plays, but here comes a retake now. They have to retake bedroom. Cammy able to find the first.
Celium just trying to
He got another! He got 3!
Cammy, I don't know how he does it! But now, it's on the rookie in Insight. Here comes Cell.
Not enough time.
Jumps over his head. Gets the kill, but no time to defuse it. Cammy again!
What is happening? Our poor observing team, they're like, what is going on from this man's point of view? They're thinking that trade's gonna come in.
Are you good? Cammy, hello!
It's like target practice for this guy right now.
Beam 1, get out of here! Snap! Hitting his shots, putting them down. Cammy on fire. And keeping Ultra in it. 5-4 Ultra. 12-7 for Cammy. 7 of the 12 in 2 freaking rounds.
11 for Celium. Well, they have called this. They go back to their mid-map setup. It's looking like it's going to be a B hit. But Simp trying to lurk. Is at least able to find one. Look at the hunt. The hunt is on. The hunt is on for a Beezy. We're quickly into a 1-on-2 for Insight. Round 11 just around the corner, or is it? Can Insight, Rookie of the Year?
Hey, he's got more experience in hours and last alives than any player in the CDL, and that's a made-up stat, but...
No, I think it's correct. I believe that one.
I think it probably is.
And Insight right now, he's just kind of playing a 50-50. What does that mean? He's just hoping that they go to A, plant that bomb, but doesn't happen. Well, bomb being planted towards B. It's the ARs. Celium, RC's going to back up, get together inside a bedroom. So RC's got the 74U. Yeah, they're just going to watch the cross here.
Maybe just didn't want to catch a bad timing.
Yeah, they don't know where he is, right? They could be on that flank.
Does Insight have the ice? FaZe, they get it done. 1 round away.
This is what FaZe, the organization, have been looking for. It is the one thing missing on their resume. A Call of Duty World Championship.
1 more round. 1 more round. It's a first blood for Kleenex. Simp, though, through with the trade, the wall bang, the van bang, whatever you want to call it, hits the shots and brings it back. 3 versus 3 now in the round 11. Arcees, he's going to be the guy holding as they start to layer up this water side. Bance just going to crawl in for the plant. Look at number 7 in Insight. He is lurking ringside still.
Well, and who is it? It's a Simp versus Insight kind of one-on-one in the lurks. Of course it is. And what can Simp find? It's going to be a Krieg. It's going to be a Krieg. 2 versus 3 now. Celium, Arcides. Can they clutch on up for Atlanta FaZe?
The 2v3 for the championship. Cell is just hunting Arcees to a 2v2. He stays up after Insight gets the angle. 20 seconds now to go. Arcees drops behind the nade. It's all on Cell. Ultra, stay alive!
This team is so tough to beat, and they are showing you why. Every single time they need to make a play, they do. And who is it? Cammy. Those 2 rounds are just unbelievable from that young man.
I was saying to the one, like, they're in the 2v4. I was like, you need Cammy to make a play. I didn't think he was actually going to line up 3 like again and make a play like that. What? A map 7 it was. Cammy, you are insane. But it's the round 11 one more time as they have to close it out in the 2 versus 2. It's Bance with the final kill. It's Ultra with the win. And this best of 9 continues on at championship weekend. Is that trophy? It still eludes FaZe.
Well, you can see, I mean, FaZe, you gotta focus on up, temper there. He knows so close to holding that trophy.
I saw out of the corner of my eye, like you felt the collective like gasp as everyone stood up, the USA chant started. It's like it's in their hands. Yep. You felt it. One more round, but Ultra, of course. No, not quite yet. But man, we cannot gas this man Cammy yet. I know it is down to their teamwork, it is their comms. There are a lot of things about Ultra that are special, but Cammy is just insane. One of the most talented players I've ever had the pleasure of casting.
He won them those 2 rounds. That's really it. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Cammy, I don't know what you're doing in the morning, but give me the routine. You're a little fucking freak. Money on the line, so much. But it's the trophy, the pride, the passion. Who's putting it in the trophy case? Who's getting the dub? FaZe a map away. Ultra clawing back. We are not done yet. Far from it. Do not go anywhere.
Let's go. Out of the dust, a legend is born. Born for the game.
There is a status reserved for a select few throughout history. For those remembered for more than just a name, it's a title even kings die in vain for.
Out of the dust, a legend is born. Born for the game, born for the throne.
Time gives us all one simple choice. You can be forgotten or become immortal.
FaZe, unstoppable killing machines. That is your MVP.
Let's go.
Benjamin Bance lighting him up right now. King Cammy keeps Ultra in it. Unbelievable from Ultra.
I'm legendary.
He just cannot be stopped.
Oh! Atlanta FaZe 3-0. They're going to the grand finals.
To be remembered is not enough, because anything less than legendary is failure.
Toronto Ultra, the kings of the North, they've got their throne, and now they've got a shot at taking the crown.
I'm taking the crown. That's why I came. I was born ready. I'm legendary.
The battle continues on FaZe.
Legendary.
Match point. Simp fired up. The map to close it out, or can Ultra get it to a final map 9? But yeah, Joe, we have not seen this out of Simp. Like, this energy, this passion, it is awesome to see. Maybe it's because, you know, quarantine for 2 years and you don't really see him in this setting, but it is awesome.
Well, I think it's just one of those things of where last year they were the runner-ups, right? And he just does not want to go through that again. He wants another world championship. He wants to do it for FaZe. And you know what? He's trying to act different, right? Trying to bring the energy, the confidence to this team. But on the other side, Toronto Ultra, they stay alive.
Now let's talk APOC. We kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, but in case people joined late, it's been an interesting map for FaZe on the year. We spent a lot of time gaming with Crowder, one of our close friends. We talked to him a lot about stuff, and you know, he told us he was getting frustrated because in scrims they were like something like, it was like 100-0 on APOC, just frying people. They start to play it in the league, 0-1, 0-2, 0-3, 0-4. And I'm like, Chris, what's going on? He's like, these little shits are playing this until they win it. It's exactly what he said, is that they're playing it until they win it. And he keeps putting in the rotation even though they kept losing. It's starting to come to fruition later in the year. This is that moment, though, that you prep for. This is where all of that, from a coaching staff to the players, this is what it comes down to. Can you put Ultra away?
When we talk about map pool, right? Just being good at everything you can, trying to work those vetoes, and what it was major for, wasn't it? Where, you know, they were down 4-3. To get it to a map number 9, it was Apocalypse Hardpoint, and now a chance to avoid that map number 9 as we head to APOC.
You know, I need a map 9. I need it injected directly into my bloodstream.
Ooh, I wouldn't mind that. But
I'm sorry to FaZe fans who wanted to just end this, but
this has been fun.
Yes. Oh, I just want to catch this forever. It is some high-level Call of Duty. Watching these two teams go back and forth, the adaptations to get those small improvements and dubs, just insane. And King Cammy with the play. Someone tweeted me, he's like, maybe it's Cammy the Conqueror now. I don't know. Call him whatever you want. He's a god.
But there you can see 6 and 5. It's been a bounce back map for Atlanta FaZe, something they've worked on time and time again. And the reason they picked it, Ultra 3 and 2. They just don't have a lot of reps on this map. And you know, you look at the vetoes, what did Atlanta FaZe take away? It was that checkmate hardpoint, because checkmate hardpoint for Toronto Ultra, they have just looked so darn good recently.
Ask Rocker how they feel about it.
It's not, oh, come on.
They scored 60 points through 2 games. We continue. Championship Sunday. Match point for FaZe. Ultra need to take this to get it to that S&D to close it out. Maybe one map to decide it all. But it is the weak side start for Ultra. Can they make it the strong side quickly? They're doing a good job. They're doing a real good job.
You still have Seldo staying alive up top, and well, you see the spawns come in, but not a lot of timer, and still 40 seconds left as number 5 Bance trying to get aggressive over towards that second hill. We're going to be rotating to P2, which is going to be in the top right side of that mini-map. And well, that is the key here. You can get so much early time. It is so difficult to break. The spawn's still safe for now. One's going to spawn out in a BZ.
Yeah,
he's going to have to work across the map, and here it comes. Can they get into this area?
Abizi better strap on the running shoes because they need him, and they need him soon. Another one spawning out. Teammates dropping everywhere. Abizi finally into the fight, but everybody has dropped. A thing of beauty from Ultra in the closing seconds of the first hardpoint to flip the spawns. Now, what can they do with second?
Yeah, some solid map positioning here if you're Atlanta FaZe. It's just so tough because you either have to mantle up towards this hill, you got to go towards that tunnel side into Temple. They're going to go all the way towards the back right now. And we'll try to isolate a couple of members out, and those players are going to spawn out. It's going to be 3 towards the back. Easy. He's going to spawn up middle of the map. Advance. Craig, 74U, doesn't matter. My man's hitting right now. But here comes the break. It's Stellium and Arsenes with the 74U, but the 2 players still alive. It's going to be a 1v1, and Abizi able to win it for now.
He still keeps him alive on the point. Abizi fighting. They know they need one map. You have seen the passion out of the FaZe side. It has eluded them, but they are so close they can taste it. Let's go to a listen-in with Atlanta FaZe.
Don't cut out. That wasn't him. On team cut out. He's cut out. Cut out. One shot. High ball. They put up. Purple. I'm saying one shot. Okay, slow down. Purple, yeah. Come down mid. Good job. Start one there. I'm still there mid truck. One top. That's one there. Top team. Heli cannon. Little bend. Double mid inside. Nice. Inside you're missing. Let's go time. Nice. Nice. Let's go. Yo, bring it back now. Bring it. One cut out. Signing out. One close. Yeah, I did too. I need your top purple. Bend. Make sure we miss. Cammy dead. Nice. I'm nading dirt. I got dirt on me. I got stuck. I think left guy's nothing. I'm taking mid. Try to make sure we're rotating. Nice. I'm coming to help you out. Cut out Cammy. Coming to help you out. Stay on me. Hitting mid. Cammy dead. Clean next one shot. I've left. Clean next is one shot mid. Nice. Yo, I'm pushing in front of him. There's one right back. Okay. I'm gonna push out. Get in. Yeah, I'm in. Do instead of telling. I'm gonna push out. Middle Cammy. Old time. Nice. Flash one. There's plenty of PG right now.
Some good individual moments. They get fired up at times, but the lead's still there for Ultra, up 50.
Yeah, I mean, it's a scrappy hill. It's pretty back and forth. I think the key for Ultra right there was on the rotation, but look at the map control here for FaZe. So we talk about the first two hills and the way you can kind of chain them together. The next three is the same. Here at 3, 4, 5. As well, you can see Ultra trying to work the back spawns where RC is right now, just trying to take him down, and they do. So a nice job by Ultra, but now they have to work the objective.
All four stacking up for the push. All of FaZe here to deal with it. I see number 2, RC's kind of spinning around. He's worried about maybe one spawning out on the other side, maybe a bit of a flip, and there it comes in. Number 7 and Insight will spawn on the other side. So far, they're able to hold inside the point as RC's gets involved in the action. That number 7 and Insight, maybe a chance to find an opening.
Well, I like that.
The read.
I like that. I think with 25 seconds left, you know, Atlanta FaZe, they had an opportunity maybe to take a 3-on-2, but they're just going to get the time. And they got all of it. I mean, they're going to tie this game up, but here is another money hill. Here towards our 5th hill. Cammy and Kleenex on the rotation, able to find a few. But over here, what is that spot? Celium! The little jump spot through. That's going to be a spawn out now for Bance. A 3-on-4 by the hill. Turns into a 3-on-3. Here comes a push for Atlanta FaZe.
Lead change again is Ultra back in front, and RC is trying to do the dance around the window, but it's Cammy trying to hold from the bottom side of it. As he drops, time to get the pistol out. The pistol trying to pop, but still one more player there from Ultra. A flurry of trades. Kleenex, brilliant bit of work to at least take down 2, but you've got the numbers now. It's 5 in a row for Celium. As FaZe try to take the lead back, looking to close it out, get the ring, get the glory. Second by second, getting closer. Now 12 and 5 for Cell. Artillery locked and loaded. The next gunfight for the Crews.
Well, they're going to push on up. Watch the spawns here for Toronto Ultra. They flipped the map. Beautifully done here by Atlanta FaZe. What happened to them on that first hill, they do. Right back to Ultra, but now you can see it as a foot race across the map. Sip is in position. He's got 2 to deal with. Now it's a BZ's turn. And well, there's the call out. A nice response from Ultra, so they keep the right side of the main map for now. Time, though, a 20-second lead for Atlanta FaZe. There's the Crews in for Celium. 13 and 5 from the flex. 3 down.
What?
It is just it's like a ping pong match right now.
Yeah, 11 HP and just shoots it across mid there. I thought Insight was going to put a bullet into him, but he's able to hit the gap. Now the streak might keep going. Cell, 8 in a row, up to 14 and 5. Winning the streaks start to rain in. He is hammering Ultra currently. He's got 2 minutes in the objective. He's putting up LeBron numbers right now in this massive map to close it out.
Watch a push, though. For Ultra, it's going to try to be through the middle of the map. Able to find the first kill is RC's. They're going to give up the scrap time. They are turtling right now. A big moment here for Ultra to get back into the game. You still have the 2 streaks to work with. The bullets, hello, does not hit. And while Inside Bance find kills, now you might be forced to use a streak here if you're Celium. That's best case scenario for Toronto Ultra.
They get the break. They needed one. A chance to really open up a massive lead here if you were FaZe. So far holding on to the streaks. Now maybe the call. Artillery going to come in. You watch the white arrows start to scatter. Bance gets a kill through, which is huge, but Cell with the streak, with the gunny. He takes down 3, but it's Insight still in the back. He's able to take down 2, 7 to the clip, just trying to finesse it behind the gold stack. Enough time to get his teammates back into the hunt. A nice moment from Insight to keep them here fighting. But our cities and a BZ, they get all 4. That's the clearance.
And a bit of a split spawn now for Ultra.
Well, and you heard this in the listening as well. Not many teams do this, but they wanted to flip the map here for this third hill. I don't know if they just wanted to earn the time or what. They have a strong setup here at third. They weren't able to do it last time through. This time, trying to set it up. Simp now, he's starting to finesse and find multi-kills. Abizi, he's up, but Bance is there in response. Well, it's a 40-point lead for Atlanta FaZe. You still have the cruise missile. A lot of time to work with, though, for Toronto Ultra.
Ultra, you have been tested. You have gone to the final map over and over again this weekend. Can you get it there one more time? And this is where the comeback can really start to roll. Down 30, making a stand around the hard point. It's a multi-kill for Kleenex, but into the point is FaZe. Still spawning left side, our Ultra. As the accuracy of Celian continues to impress. Now the big hit around the point. Arcity's fantastic job at 20 of 15 to get the kill and back up. The help then there. Kill feed all to FaZe. Nearing the 200-point mark, 60 points away from the ring.
Well, a couple of kills off of spawn. 10 seconds left. FaZe, they were great here at Turtle last time through towards this fourth hill. Toronto Ultra going to try to work towards chicken coop. Thinking about it, but they're going to hit the back. They're going to hit the back. They cannot do this for too long, though. I mean, you are just going to soak up this time if you are FaZe. Here comes the push. Arcity's able to deal with one. Buying time to finesse. I thought he was into melee off. Doesn't happen. And well, the rest of his team just going to stay alive. One player does spawn out, though, in insight. It looks like Arcity's is ready for this, though. What a read by him.
Well, he did last time. Same spot. He picked it up last time, but the angle is in. He's going to get caught, but his teammates bailing him out.
They're just soaking up the time, though. They did this last time through on rotation. They like have the spawns. We do not care.
30 more points. 30 more points, and Arcity's back off spawn, able to take down 2.
Here we go.
The crowd on their feet again. FaZe can feel it. They're putting Ultra away. They're stacking up deep. They're putting them down. They're into the blender. 15 for the chip.
Cruise missile in. It's the finale on the main stage. He blows up his teammate, but it's not gonna matter.
There's enough time in the point, but they'll get cleared out. But look at the minimap. FaZe are in. It's the guts. It's the glory. It's the championship for FaZe.
Legendary. I'm legendary. Yeah. You know. I'm legendary. You know. You know. Let's go. Out of the dust. A legend is born. Born for the game. Up from the ground. And out of the gates. I am the storm. I am the thunder. I am the eye of the hurricane. Yeah, cause I'm the only one that's born for this shit. Cause I'm the mythic. I was made for this shit. They feeling the rumble and I make it great. On the up from the bottom, up to the top. Making this shit, yeah. I'm taking the crown. That's why I came.
You see the FaZe boys enjoying it.
Know the name.
And obviously the pain for Ultra. But I'll tell you what a final it was, what a battle it was for Ultra. There are many that thought it might be cleaner from FaZe, but they were tested, they were tough. And it took every ounce of FaZe to get that win. But it doesn't elude them this year, Joe. Number 1 all of last year, they come up short. Number 1 this year, they close it out.
Legendary.
What an impressive and dominant year it was for Atlanta FaZe. And the scary part for the league, the scary part for fans of any other organization, there is no sign of slowing down.
Sure isn't. Atlanta FaZe waiting for that trophy. But a lot of props to Toronto Ultra in the year that they have had. They have been so darn good. They have been so fun to watch. They truly have.
Let's check out the winning moment one more time as FaZe. They get the win. They can enjoy it now as the photographers get the shots in, but here it is, the moment it was done. Alex's headset is in pieces. That thing got launched out like a Simtex from Ultra. Out like a fastball.
They got the money.
Look at him. Look at that. I love this out of Simp. An MVP year and another ring on the finger. You got to enjoy this because, Joe, you know as a player, it can seem easy at times in the sense of like, you know, we won it once, we won it again. But you're not going to see it every year. It is tough to do, and you got to feel for Vance. I mean, you saw the interview talking about back in Black Ops 3 how close he was. Once again, it's there. He can see it, but not able to hold one yet.
No, but I'll tell you what, this core of a roster, they will be in the fight for a long time. They are so fun to watch. They are such a tough team to beat, and the big thing is they are a team. They always have been. They always will be. What a year it was for them.
And how impressive, if you're Ultra, like, with how Major 5 ended. 2 weeks later, you're here and you make this run.
Yeah, people thought it's done. There's no way you bounce back from that. Well, they did.
Yeah, if there's something that's going to shatter your psyche, it's how that went. But Cammy on your screen, I mean, we cannot praise this man more. What a terrific player he has been all year. But the fans, they celebrate, they enjoy this one for Atlanta FaZe. I'll be honest, I wanted a map 9 terribly just because, you know, it's a map 9, but to get it done on that, and APOC especially knowing the work that Crowder and them put into it, it's a special moment. This is a special team, and yeah, I'm just worried, like, not worried, but I feel like we're going to be casting Semp and BZ, so we're going to be casting these guys for like a decade, just winning stuff, aren't we?
For a long time, it seems like. I mean, they've been doing it for 3+ years now. Crazy, crazy stuff out of them.
So impressive. You just think about, like, how short of a period they've been playing. Like, if you're Semp, I mean, you come into the Pro League, you win a ring. You get second, you win a ring. And you got to love to see the emotion there.
Alec back with his boys. You know he's happy, his sons.
It's so good. It's so good. They worked hard for this one. They deserve it. Enjoy it. To the main stage we go with Jess.
Back on top, kid.
Thank you so much. It's time for your Game Fuel Victory Spotlight with Simp. Let's make a little bit of noise here. You called it Friday that you guys would take it all. How proud are you of the way the team finished?
I'm super proud, man. These last 2 weeks, ever since Major 5, we've been in the blender. Our scrims have been amazing. Just because we had this team talk, you know, we got a little personal. We told each other what we need to work on, and we did it, man. We're back on top.
So we were talking in pregame that you guys were looking for redemption for the way last season ended, and then you brought in Arcides and have just been slaying all season long. I mean, do you feel that you got that redemption you were looking for?
Definitely, man. With the way we've had this tournament, and definitely 3-0ing Dallas, just because, you know, all year long they've been torching our scrims. It felt good to get that one over them, especially after last year. So, gonna smoke those guys next year too.
And finally, any plans for that prize money?
Not as of right now. You know, it's probably gonna hit the bank account. I'm not gonna know what to do with it. So I'm sure these guys all feel the same, and we're just so proud. We're so blessed to be here, man.
Well, thank you so much. Once again, put your hands together for Simp. This has been your Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. Back on over to the casters.
I love it. You can see how much it meant to him, and yeah, that's one thing. Talking to Crowder at the beginning of the year, they were the best team last year, but they had a lot of finals losses, not just champs. Like, what was it, like 3-7 in finals, whatever it was last year, and he wanted a culture shift. He wanted these guys to really, I guess, get into it more. When you talk about not just the gameplay, but like the personalities, and they can clash, and you got to dig deep. You kind of heard it there from Sip a little bit, like. They had to go a little man-to-man. You know, lock them in a room, one-on-one, talk to each other, hash out whatever stuff's going on, and work through it. And as much as we're gassing the players, and as incredible as they are, a shout-out to just the culture shift and the coaching staff over there as well. Because sometimes it's tough, man. Like, especially I think with gamers, like in during the pandemic and everything's online, you're not getting as much in-person stuff, and you know, maybe not as many personal skills just due to the amount of hours they're putting in here. Those one-on-one talks, those headbutting between teammates, you've probably been there. It's not the easiest thing.
No, not at all. And well, I think a big part of that is bringing Alec on, right? That was the goal from the get-go, was to bring RCs on. So when they had those moments when they needed a leader, they brought him on for that. And well, now they're your world champions.
Yeah, and you kind of heard when they talked to RCs, anytime he's interviewed, he's like, I love playing next to 3 MVPs. Like, not to take away from him at all. Like, Alec is incredible, and what he brings to the team is insane. It doesn't always show in the stat line. He is a special player, a special leader, but He might have the best role ever. Call of Duty.
Or the hardest role, because if they don't listen to you, it's like, I hate you. But yeah,
I guess that's
he's
true.
having some fun.
Yeah, it just seems like if they can, we know it's going to be a whirlwind of an offseason, but if they can maintain the egos, if they can keep the focus on the wins, the sky is the limit. Who knows what this team is capable of? But we're going to check out our scuff play of the game now. We're going to take a look at Celium, who, is he popping off deep into the series?
Well, we talk about maybe some nerd spots there for champs. What are you hanging on to? That jump spot right into the corner to, work those spawns. But he gets the streaks. He goes on a crazy spree. And I always felt when Atlanta FaZe was at their best, it was behind this man. And every time they needed to play on Apocalypse, it was from him.
Well, when we take a look at X Factor stats, it's insane for Cell. When he is good, they are good. When he is bad, they will struggle. But what's up, Verdansk? Atlanta FaZe.
Transformation in there.
I love that.
A little transformation in that stadium.
That is so dope to see. Congratulations again to Atlanta FaZe, your 2021 Call of Duty League champions. They worked for it. They deserved it. One more time, let them hear it. It's been special to see, and it's wild. As commentators, sometimes it's so hard. You want to balance it as best you can when you're talking about teams and players, and you don't want people to disappear into the shadows. When you have the tiny terrors, right? And it's a lot of focus on the MVP and what they're able to do. And Abizi does some of the weirdest stuff I've ever seen. He's insane, but you can't talk more about how just good of a unit it is. I feel sometimes Celium gets lost in the shadows, or Arcitys does. It's the perfect squad.
No, it is. Every single time they need a balanced effort, they are getting it. But man, it has been fun. It feels so good to be back in LAN. Fans, you guys have been awesome here in the Galen Center. Thank you guys so much. It feels good to be back.
Feels great. We love you. It's been a tough couple of years. For Joe and I, this does it for the broadcast. We love each and every one of you. It's been fun. Holy hell, this was a fun weekend. But after the break, we've got the trophy presentation, some interviews, more to come. Do not go anywhere. We'll see you soon.
Legendary. I'm legendary. Yeah. No. I'm legendary. Let's go. Out of the dust, a legend is born for the game. Born for the throne, up from the ground, and out of the gates. I am the storm, I am the thunder, I am the eye of the hurricane. Yeah, cause I'm the only one that's born for this shit. Cause I am mythic, I was made for this shit. They feeling the rumble when I make you quake. Out on the earth, up from the bottom, onto the top, making it shake, yeah. I'm taking the crown, that's why I came. Cause I came to reign. Know the name, nothing can stop me. I can't be contained. I was born ready. I'm legendary. I'm legendary. Notorious, victorious. I'm legendary. Written in stone, history's made. I came to rule. I came to play out of the rubble and out from the dirt. This is my rise, this is my time, this is my birth. This is my legacy, I'm made for this shit. This is my moment, I was born for this shit. I make it rumble when I show my grit. I am the raw, I am the real, I am the strong, I am the great, yeah. I'm taking the crown, that's why I came. Cause I came to reign. Know the name, nothing can stop me. I can't be contained. I was born ready. I'm legendary. Yeah, I'm legendary. I'm legendary. I'm legendary. Notorious, victorious. I'm legendary. I'm taking the crown. That's why I came, cause I came to reign. Know the name, nothing can stop me. I can't be contained. I was born ready. I'm legendary. Yeah, I'm legendary. I'm legendary. Notorious, victorious, I'm legendary. Legendary. I'm legendary. Yeah, you know. Yeah. I'm legendary. You know. You know.
It is a great pleasure to be joined on stage by your 2021 CDL champions, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Atlanta FaZe. They've got their championship jackets, but they're missing one key piece, the trophy. Fellas, lift it up, you've deserved it. Atlanta FaZe! Crowd, I bend your knees, it's a beast. MC, let's have a chat, brother. I want to have a quick conversation with you, dude. A lot of fans have got talk on Twitter about that last spot you were in. You may have just won the map. What was going through your head, and how do you come up with this sort of stuff? What's the secret?
I mean, I would just play my game, you know. I mean, my entire team was helping me get into the spots that I was able to get in, and I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Like, my whole team just set me up for greatness, so I'm happy.
We're in the presence of greatness today. Thank you so much, brother. Arsties, dude, real quick for you, my friend. You're the leader coming into this squad. I mean, what kind of pressure was that for you day in, day out, to know that, you know, a lot of fans were thinking that the success of the team, it may have been on your shoulders?
I mean, these guys make it easy. This last month has been hell for us. 3 of us got sick. We come out here, we don't even know if we're gonna play this event, so we're like, screw it. If we come out, and we're gonna come out strong. That's all I know. But all I know is shout out to my family, shout out to this family, and FaZe the fuck up.
You heard it there first. Gentlemen, congratulations again. We've given away our championship trophy. We still have one more trophy to give away. That is, of course, the MVP trophy. After much deliberation, and I mean much deliberation, because it ain't easy between these 4. The 2021 Call of Duty League MVP is a Beezy. Easy. GG's. Well done, man. How the hell do you sum up a year like this? How do you put into words what you've gone through, the victory here today, the MVP? What do you say?
I don't even know what to say. I mean, shout out to everyone that supported us. You guys are all amazing, seriously. And shout out to my teammates. Honestly, I think MC deserved this. This man MC put on in finals those last few maps. That man is a beast.
You're one half of the Tiny Terrors. I mean, you're fan favorites. You're the nightmare of the league for a lot of people. Folks have felt for a long time that you've been in the shadow of Sim. Is that the case? Do you ever feel like you're in his shadow?
Absolutely not. I mean, me and Chris take both of our moments, you know, to fry and go off, and I feel like we both get the recognition that we deserve. We appreciate it.
It was an incredible run, an incredible run. All right, Chris, we know what Chris is going to do with the money. What are you going to do with the money? Where the hell do you go from here? You guys have seemingly won everything. You've almost done all of it now. What happens next?
I have no idea. I really don't know what I'm going to do with it.
Well, mate, congratulations again. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 Call of Duty League MVP, Abizi! Boys, get in the middle, get in the middle. once more for your 2021 Call of Duty League champions, Atlanta FaZe. When we come back after the break, we're talking more Call of Duty and breaking down this unbelievable and unforgettable day. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I'm legendary. Yeah, you know. Yeah. I'm legendary. You know. Let's go. Out of the dust, a legend is born. Born for the game, born for the throne. Up from the ground, and out of the gates. I am the storm, I am the thunder, I am the eye of the hurricane. Yeah, cause I'm the only one that's born for this shit. Cause I am mythic, I was made for this shit. They feeling the rumble when I make you quake. Out on the earth, up from the bottom, onto the top, making it shake, yeah. I'm taking the crown, that's why I came. Cause I came to reign, know the name. Nothing can stop me, I can't be contained. I was born ready, I'm legendary. I'm legendary. Notorious, victorious. I'm legendary. Written in stone, history's made. I came to rule, I came to play. Out of the rubble, and out from the dirt. This is my rise, this is my time, this is my birth. This is my legacy, I'm made for this shit. This is my moment, I was born for this shit. I make it rumble when I show my grit. I am the raw, I am the real, I am the strong, I am the great, yeah. I'm taking the crown, that's why I came. Cause I came to reign, know the name. Nothing can stop me, I can't be contained. I was born ready, I'm legendary. Yeah, I'm legendary. I'm legendary. I'm legendary. Notorious, victorious. I'm legendary. I'm taking the crown, that's why I came. Cause I came to reign, know the name. Nothing can stop me, I can't be contained. I was born ready, I'm legendary. Yeah, I'm legendary. I'm legendary.
The Call of Duty League is presented by Zenni, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Zenni Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting zenni.com/gaming. Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Well, fellas, what more can we say? What an unbelievable tournament. It's good to be back, and congratulations to Atlanta FaZe. No team more deserving. No one else could have done it like that, and man, it was one hell of a grand finals. We all thought it was going to be a 5-0. We were calling it yesterday, unashamedly. We really thought it was going to be a blowout. It was not that. Boys, how do you put it into words?
I just feel special, right? These guys got their redemption. The story arc is finally complete, and you guys both actually predicted it correctly. 5-3 FaZe. That was a good call.
Hey, man, it was good job, Chance. You know, let's go off the rip. But just a tremendous series from both teams, man. Toronto really coming out early with that hard point. I was not expecting that. They were hot, especially Cammy and Vance. Both of those guys really took over. But that game two, if they clutched that up, it's probably a totally different series.
I mean, that's definitely the turning moment, right? But just all the credit in the world to FaZe. Like, their story last year is they were arguably the best team in the game. Couldn't quite close it out in the end. This year, domination from start to finish, and they got the ring in the end in a fairly dominant fashion. I mean, the players just across the board, incredible. It's one of those situations we're handing out MVPs for the regular season, handing them out for like the final finals as well, and there's just such a tough argument between the players because all of these guys have been so lights out.
So lights out. And again, for me, it's the mental game. I tweeted about it just a moment ago, but the mental resolve that both squads had coming in from Major 5. I mean, what? Ultra with the ultimate collapse, and of course, Atlanta FaZe losing Seattle Surge. They both rebounded in the most incredible way possible. First and second place finishes. You can't be that disappointed. Nameless, we talk about that mental breakdown. We talk about everything that's been going on in game. You have a bit of a clip for us. You're talking about that round 11 S&D. That's where everything changed for you.
Yeah, I think that this was an extremely important moment in this map when, they'll probably go back and look at it and be like, man, if we would have just won this round, the series is completely different. It's like that, and then that Garrison control. But this, even more importantly for me, was just such a huge round. You see on this round right here, it's a push over towards A for FaZe. They get up close and personal. Cammy's by himself inside of the train, and you need somebody to be watching his back right here. He's the guy who's on the island. He does a good job at finessing of playing his life, but you need an AR on your back window looking over you so you don't get trapped. FaZe is such a good team that in these rounds, if you give them your position, they're going to eventually trap you, and that's what you see FaZe does, and they eventually take out Cammy.
And Cammy is the guy you need to take out too, right? Like, as long as you can kill him on the map, things get so much easier after that, but it really just comes down to that first blood, right? He is in such the particular spot just to be able to watch that A bomb site, but again, they find those little openings, those little timings in the first blood, and of course, it's a BZ that gets it. The first blood Reaper opens up the round, you get the bomb plant, and you go from there. In round 11 from a BZ, do you expect anything less?
It's just massive work from the MVP, man. That's our champs MVP. He deserves it because he just plays at such a phenomenal speed, man. It's just hard to keep up. Keep in mind, he pops that first blood, then he comes back in towards this train. He realizes that a player in CleanX also going to approach it. He takes that guy down, and even though Bance gets the trade, it's still a 2v2 with 25 seconds left. Once Sayum finds that other kill, it's all in a 2v1. It's going to be really difficult to try to gun down a BZ. He finds 3 on that final round 11.
I mean, final 3, round 11, there were so many close moments, man. Unbelievable. Really, we were treated, friends, to an unforgettable Call of Duty tournament here, and it's good to be back here in the arena. But lads, it's been an unforgettable year in general. I mean, there have been some moments, my friends. Nameless, do you have a favorite moment for this year? This is probably the worst, most difficult question I could ever lay upon us after what we've been going through in 2021. Your favorite moment of the year, mate?
Well, I have 2. I'm going to say one, and it's quick. It's a BZ getting the finals MVP. I just thought that was great. Finally, man.
Damn,
got one.
give him
There we
some.
go. But also, I think the Rocket Resurrection was just absolutely insane. These guys came back, won 5 straight. I don't think I'll ever see something like that ever again in my life, and it only happened a couple weeks ago.
For me, even though they just won the tournament, it had to be Atlanta FaZe going up against Seattle, man. That David versus Goliath match, 1 versus 12, and the fact that it was on land with all the fans there, Seattle had nothing but support. I love a good underdog story, and that was one hell of one.
And then for me, a ton of recency bias. And Miles, it was because of your casting that really sealed the deal. But it was that Toronto and Empire final hardpoint on raid where it was just sheer insanity for like a minute and a half straight. I'm having flashbacks, right? Today, take the back seat, let the co-caster do all the work. And even just like the setup, like one of the final maps that we had before we get to that championship Sunday, and just that 250, 248, whatever it was, bloodbath towards the end. Just such a sweet way just to introduce the final day.
You're not wrong. There's so many moments. I mean, whether it's at Cammy's ace in that search and destroy was absolutely ridiculous.
He did that
he did that twice. We could also go back as far as accuracies 1v3. We could go back to the time when we first saw LAG beat Atlanta FaZe. Like, there have been some ridiculous moments. But I'm going to be cheesy and soppy as hell. And I'm going to tell you now, friends, the most memorable moment of the year has definitely been this tournament. Coming back into this venue, seeing all these faces, co-workers, friends, fans, you name it, the players there, just getting drowned in confetti. It felt like a brand new baptism, friends. We're back! And that has been my favorite part of the year. The dance just got a brand new paint job. That stadium is now looking very red indeed. I mean, the boys of Dallas Empire, they did a great job last year, but Atlanta FaZe, it will be decked out like that for the year to come.
Hey, it may be Sim talking some smack too, right? Like, he came out of this tournament with the vengeance. Literally from that number one that he played, shooting bodies, talking all his trash, and he is just starting to feel himself in this moment. And frankly, I mean, he's been, the best player in the world, almost clear-cut for the past 3 years. Now he's starting to act like it.
Where does that put him? Where's Simp at? Top 5.
Top 5 all
time.
He got to be top 5.
Gotta be. Absolutely, undoubted.
Faded if you don't think so. Let's have a look, though, friends,
Absolutely.
at how this all went down, because, again, it has come to an end, but we have to look back and reminisce of what was an unforgettable tournament here in the Call of Duty League. The championship weekend has finally come to a close. 5-3, the final score, and what a scoreline it was. But again, just looking back over those days, since Thursday, it has been unbelievable. I saw so many fans and pros in the crowd, everyone just sort of lamenting the fact, but also celebrating the incredible event we have had before us. And there you go, that $2.5 million distributed across the finest in the world. An Atlanta FaZe, a $1.2 million dues. It ain't bad, boys. That's a lot of cheddar. What do you do with that?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm just like a lazy.
I wish I could find out.
Buy some NFTs, probably. That's what I do.
Oh, shout out.
Called these skins. You just call nameless. Yeah.
There you go. What the hell? So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is it for us here on the desk. I mean, boys, any parting words, nameless?
Come on, Jay.
What do you want?
I said you, brother.
You took it from me.
I got it from you, fam.
Yeah.
You want it back?
Yes, I want it back.
Sorry, my bad. All right, hold on.
I want it back.
This
Give
is
me.
so scuffed.
We are
This is why
not
we
doing
didn't rehearse
without
this.
you.
It was
mailed it in
live.
its post.
There she is, Lottie. We miss
There
you.
we go. We miss
love
you,
you.
Lottie.
We love
We
you,
love you,
Lottie.
Lottie.
See you soon.
Well, there we go, friends. Oh, well, what a day, what a week it's been. On behalf of myself, on behalf of the Analyst Desk, and Lottie as well, all the crew here, all the fans in the Galen Center, thank you so much. We will see you on Vanguard next year.
I'm legendary. You know. Let's go. Out of the dust, a legend is born. Born for the game, born for the throne. Up from the ground, and out of the gates. I am the storm, I am the thunder, I am the eye of the hurricane. Yeah, cause I'm the only one that's born for this shit. Cause I am mythic, I was made for this shit. They feeling the rumble when I make you quake. Out on the earth, up from the bottom, onto the top, making it shake, yeah. I'm taking the crown, that's why I came. Cause I came to reign, know the name. Nothing can stop me, I can't be contained. I was born ready, I'm legendary. I'm legendary, notorious, victorious. I'm legendary. Written in stone, history's made. I came to rule, I came to play. Out of the rubble and out from the dirt. This is my rise, this is my time, this is my birth. This is my legacy, I'm made for this shit. This is my moment, I was born for this shit. I make it rumble when I show my grit. I am the raw, I am the real, I am the strong, I am the great, yeah. I'm taking the crown, that's why I came. Cause I came to reign, know the name. Nothing can stop me, I can't be contained. I was born ready, I'm legendary. Yeah, I'm legendary. I'm legendary. I'm legendary. Notorious, victorious. I'm legendary. I'm taking the crown, that's why I came. Cause I came to reign, know the name. Nothing can stop me, I can't be contained. I was born ready, I'm legendary.